wondering what that music is from, it's called Rat Detective Boogie. I swear to God, that's like the actual name of the YouTube video, Rat Detective Boogie. Hello, everybody. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've had a very, very difficult morning. Yesterday I was like partying with friends from like 9 a.m. till 4 a.m. and I'm still recovering. It's been a very rough morning for me. I'm gonna be real with you. So if I'm a little low energy, that's why I'm doing the birdie call. It's just easy content. I can get through this. I can get through this call, but it's gonna make me angry, and hopefully it'll reinvigorate my body to not be in perpetual pain since this morning. Okay? Yeah, hangover the narc. It is true. It's like unironically true. Like you have no idea. Yeah, from 9 a.m. till 4 a.m. I was cooking burgers. We were outside having a great time with the whole neighborhood. Great day yesterday. It was definitely one of my favorite days of the summer so far. So you guys can drink during this call because realistically, it is going to be the worst call that you've ever seen in your entire life. But obviously, because I just need to constantly take victory laps on Creator Clash, we have to talk about two specific things before we get started. Number one is MeatCanyon. Now, bro, I have no quarrel with MeatCanyon. I like MeatCanyon. I like his content. I do. I have no real like quarrel with him. The problem is that when people that don't know what's going on within the Ethan Hassan Destiny Ian drama try to chime in and do the whole Fed sitting, well, both sides are bad. Especially with a platform like MeatCanyons, you have to be like completely fucking retarded. Like you have to be fucking stupid to open your mouth in a space like this, especially in a drama like this. Augie said on his stream that you're the next list of the YouTube cops. Doesn't count. I never called myself a cop. I never made my title of anything content cop. It's always been like fake cop or fake this, fake that. It's a joke, okay? I never had the full outfit. So the curse won't affect me. I'll probably get a shot out the bow somewhere, but I won't have a problem like Cam does. Okay? I won't have a problem like Cam does. Cam, all right, do you really want to know like my actual opinion about the Cam stuff just like so briefly cuz I just want to get through this today. Realistically, if you really want me to talk about Cam is a malicious actor and liar that has now been given dox information of people that I know, people that I am friendly with, has lied to a friend of mine, has lied to other creators, has created a false narrative because he is too much of a fucking idiot just to own the dumb shit that he did, whether it was banging the grooming victim or not. Here's the problem, right? Here's the problem, okay? Here's the big fucking problem that I have with Cam. You went and banged a grooming victim that you knew was being groomed by your former boss. I don't like the age gap conversation. Sure, you could have that convo, but why are we all pretending that isn't the creepiest, weirdest fucking thing to do on planet Earth? Why are we why is nobody like hyper focusing on that part? The man banged a grooming victim of his former boss. Like, how the fuck can this guy do anything in commentary? How can anyone be charitable to him under any circumstance? Like, fuck Cameron. He's a liar. He's a snake. He's working with a guy who said that children can groom adults and somebody who is a disgruntled ex-employee of FPS Diesel. I'm fucking sorry. Cam is a faggot. Like, he is a malicious acting faggot. Like, what do I have to say about Cam deeper than that? I wish nothing but the worst for Cam. Like, you have to be a fucking idiot to sit there and say that Cam did a great fucking video on iDubbbz. The dude did nothing original. He just aped the original Content Cop formula. And even then, he didn't do it in a fun, entertaining way. The only reason people liked it was because it was anti-Ian. Like, wow, crazy. Who the fuck is Cameron, the guy who made the content cop iDubbbz. Like, I fucking hate Cam, man. I really do. Just watching him be a snake on Aiden's streams, and Dicker streams, and Diesel streams, and Ops streams. And if you, I don't know how nobody just sits down and watches the Yandere dev video that Diesel made. Right after that, the follow-up video that Diesel made on Cameron. It's all in there. There's a whole document with all of the information. And there are people out there that are trying to defend Cam. How? Like, there you go. Done. Like, what more do I have to say? Leviathans are coming for that ass. True. Leviathans are coming for Cameron. Augie's right. This is a Cabal hit job. Started by Nicholas Mr. Lips Don Diorio. Oh god, I'm way too hungover for that shit. Oh, I just did like a whole rant and I'm getting a migraine. All right, we have to get through this today. I have to do this. I want to say thank you to Ad and Ash for starting us off, by the way, with our first 10 members of the stream. Thank you guys so much. If you want to help me get through this today, greatly appreciated. Just being here is that all that matters. So let me just skip to this. You know what? Fuck it. I don't care. MeatCanyon not knowing anything is not shocking to me. MeatCanyon's a fucking retard for interjecting his opinions on the Ethan Hassan Destiny drama without knowing anything. Fucking retard. I like it. I like you, Meat, but you're a fucking idiot. I want to talk about this though. Okay. So another individual has come forward in regard to Creator Clash. Another creator. That Creator Clash is postponed to the end of October. I don't believe that. I think it's done. I think it's like straight done. Here's the thing. This whole delay thing is just bullshit. They're not going to have this event again. This event is not going to happen. This is like whenever they postpone like television shows or shit, right? Where they're just like, oh, we're just going to postpone it another year. Or like a video game. It's like, oh, we're going to postpone it another year. And then that game or movie or television show never comes out. That's what's happening to Creator Clash right now.
Also, hey, speaking of IRL and meeting, I do need to let you guys know. The official announcement has not been made. However...
Isn't it crazy that the official announcement for the event that is currently being still held according to the website in June has not updated? Nobody's gotten any information. Refunds are pretty tough to come by right now. What else? All the information that is coming out in regard to Creator Clash is through the fighters. That's so funny to me.
I believe Will Neff has announced it, and maybe possibly some other people. Creator Clash is being postponed and will not, I believe, none of this is set in stone. I don't know anything, I just box. I do know.
I hope there's lawsuits. Unironically, I hope there's lawsuits that will just, like, destroy this event from, like, just nuke it from orbit. I don't want these people to ever make an event again. I don't care. I don't care about any of these fucking people. You know what I care about is the people that got fucked over trying to fly out there, even though they're idiots for still holding on to tickets for the event. Like, you need to understand. There are people you can feel sorry for, but the rest of them are fucking idiots. Told Diesel we get drunk after this.
Told Diesel we need to get drunk after all this harm.
Yeah, just go get drunk. Like, seriously. That's what I did yesterday. I didn't pay attention to a damn thing drama related from 9 a.m. till 4 a.m. It was awesome.
No, they are being very transparent with us, but we all...
Yeah, they're being transparent with you, stupid fucks. They are not being transparent with the audience, with the people that bought the fucking tickets. They're having to do everything through you guys, which is what happened with Creator Clash 2.
Also, but they are still, you know, I don't know what I want to say, because what if I say something and then they say something different? You know what I mean? But Creator Clash is being postponed. It's not going to happen in June. It's not going to happen in Tampa.
Wonderful. I love it.
Delicious.
Oh, hi.
It's not going to happen in Tampa. So they took the advice of going to a smaller venue. Did they take the advice of going to a smaller venue now? Because you have to be a buck-broken fucking retard like Anissa and Ian, who turned around and said, bro, we're gonna refill the stadium like we did last time for Creator Clash 2. You guys didn't fill the stadium, you fucking idiots. And you went back to a massive stadium that you can't keep in good organization.
Oh,
So now the event organizers are like, we don't want to do the same mistake as Ethan and Ian. Ian and Anissa. We need to move the event.
hi. Thank you for the 29 months, Delicious. Good to see you. You just...
I hate when the pogger titty, like, women streamers do that, where it's like, oh, thank you. Thank you for the
They're going to have to host it in a
dono.
bingo
Thank
hall
you
at
so
this rate.
much. You're so sweet. Thank you. I hate you so fucking much. It's like nails on chalkboard to me. I am like, my reserves for bullshit are like at -1 right now. Okay, I'm at -1. I am going to be incredibly fucking mean to like every fucking person today.
time for this very important announcement. So yeah, Creator Clash postponed, will not be in Tampa, will not be in June. However, you know who is going to be in Tampa in June? Me. I'm going to be in Tampa in June.
No one gives a shit. No one gives a fuck about you. No one cares. No one actually gives a solid ounce of a genuine fuck that your retarded ass is still going to Tampa. You want to know why I'm being mean to her? Is because she's dumb enough to keep doing the whole, oh, Creator Clash is so important. Creator Clash is so important. Creator Clash is so important. Yeah, fuck all of you that are still a part of this event. Drop out. Drop out, all of you, because I don't feel sympathetic to any one of you stupid motherfuckers that still decide to walk with this event. Whether Anissa and Ian are part of it or not, you people need to be fucking excommunicated.
And that's right, I am still going to be there. June 28th, the weekend of June 28th, myself and all of the mods are going to be in Tampa.
She's inviting all of her mods.
We will be hosting meetups, events. There will be things happening. So if you are going to be in Tampa that weekend, because you already got your ticket, your flight, your hotel, whatever.
Do you see how pathetic this is? Is that these creators have to go because the event failed so hard. They have to go anyways and do like makeshift meet and greets. Like, because the event is such a failure.
We'll make the most of it. I'm still going to treat it like a nice little summer trip with gang. So,
If
I
you
know,
thought
really
Tampa
shitty news.
smelled
However,
bad
I think
before,
under all the circumstances and everything that has happened over the last however
We could be bees.
many months, this is the correct decision. At the end of the day, we are trying to raise money for charity, and we want to do everything possible to raise as much money as possible. I don't know.
Oh God, they're doing the whole like we want to raise as much money as possible. We're gonna do our own charity. We're gonna do our own charity while you hitch your ride and your horse to a failed event that failed to make charity expectations 2 times in a row. Yeah, you're an idiot. Woo!
this is good news.
We can be bees. You can live for 30 years, Mark. We can be bees. That is the most autistic meme Diorio has ever created, and it is funny.
What the concrete plan is. I believe end of October might be when everything happens. That being said,
I cannot imagine this event still going on in October. It's canceled. I'm calling it. It's canceled. This is bullshit. They are not going to delay it till October and then find a smaller stadium and have people willing to buy tickets again with the complete and utter mismanagement of the handoff from Anissa to Ian, the drama involving Creator Clash, the stigma involving Creator Clash. This event's done. They're lying to the fucking fighters. I refuse to believe that it's actually going to happen.
I get to be in the gym for even longer. Yay!
I hate this person. I hate them so much, and this is my first time learning about them. I have pure, unadulterated, full-blown hatred for this person.
Yippee! Woohoo!
I perish and die. I fucking hate you. Was Anissa's little sweeper. It still got cucked. People just hate on High-Dubs because he grew up and they refuse to. Oh no! They're an High-Dubs dick rider, dude. Oh no! This is good news, Mark. We can be bees. No. Hey guys. So like, does it ever stop? Wait a minute. I remember this bitch. They put out a tweet trying to defend Creator Clash, and all of us descended upon them like fucking locusts and just made them delete their tweets. I don't remember who this is. This is so stupid. Why are you still hitching your ride to this fucking dog shit? She's a performative weirdo? What's this?
Hello, my name is Jayla
He
Ray,
didn't grow
and
up,
I
he
have not been
grew down.
Yeah, true.
adequately using the platform that you have given me. I'm
What?
going to try and use selective wording so that this
What?
video does not get suppressed.
What?
I have been completely silent for a very long time.
Silent on what?
And there is no excuse for that. I
Has
had
the
time to
ukulele on speed dial.
True.
educate myself, and I had time to learn, but I chose not to.
What is this about?
You're in my community, and I have disappointed you. I completely understand.
Doing what?
The best thing
Is this Creator
I can
Clash
do
too?
and other creators like me can do right now is refuse to be silent any longer.
About what?
Right now, I am waiting for a family to be assigned to me for the Pass the Hat project that Erin
What?
Latimer has been organizing. You can go to her page now and fill out the Pass the Hat form and also be assigned a family. At the top of my page, you'll find a link for Heal. You can donate to Heal. They are actively working on the ground right now.
What is this about? Is this about her charity failing in Creator Clash 2? What is this about?
To my friends and my community,
Oh my god, is she trying? Dude, she's fake crying. Do you see that? This is how you know you've dealt with enough women to know when they're about to fake cry. Look at that. They have no puffiness under the eyes. Their face isn't even red here. This is a fake cry waiting to happen.
right now. To my friends and my community and my mutuals,
This is totally fake. This is the most fake crying I've ever seen in my entire life out of a woman. This is crazy.
that I have possibly disappointed. I'm very sorry.
Dude, what the fuck is this? This is the most generic
Lady,
fucking fake
donate to
cry.
Chris.
I don't even know what this is about.
I want to use my platform for good.
Oh my god, fuck off. I want to use my platform for good and happiness in the world. I fucking hate people like you, man. I hate you so much.
The way she stares blankly at the camera is scary.
It is scary, and it's also totally fake.
I want to find the courage to be someone that feels like they can speak out and people will listen. If
That's your first mistake. This is your first mistake, is that you created a platform trying to be somebody. Just have fun. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I just want to be somebody who people respect when they have a respectful voice. Yeah, I'm sorry. No one gives a fuck. No one cares. Just do what you do. You don't have to, like, aim for that lofty of a high goal, you know?
you're one of my mutuals, or if you're anybody, you can speak out.
Dude! Jake Doolittle moment, 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 Jake Doolittle moment. Any of my mutuals can also speak out. How come you didn't donate to my charity? Jake Doolittle moment.
Now, you can. It's not too late. And don't let anything scare you from speaking out. You can do it. You will help so much. To everyone that is taking the time to go and donate, thank you so much. And
I don't even know what this is about. This is going to be about like an actual serious situation. and I'm just belittling the fuck out of it, but I literally don't have an ounce of a fuck when it comes to people that continue to fucking do this gay shit for Creator Clash. I don't care. I don't care what it is. I literally can't care. This is my whole thing. Like, I at some point, I'm just like so beyond like sympathetic to shit. Like, I don't care anymore. And this is literally me not giving a shit. I don't care what the context is for this. This just comes across as the most performative bullshit imaginable. Plus, they're dick sucking Anissa, who I hate vehemently, and they're still trying to promote Creator Clash, which is a failed event. Yeah, okay. Okay. Oh, God. I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this. I really am not. Because you want to know why I'm not ready for this? Is because I watched this early, like before it was put out. I don't care. I'll leak that. But like, I was shown this early. And I made it 20 minutes in. 20 minutes. And Ace was like, what do I do with this? And I'm like, please just cut out all the fucking dead air. I was like, you guys don't understand. The first 20 minutes of the actual call is just them in Queen's car getting into the house. And it's just a lot of muffling and all this stupid bullshit. Like, it's just, yeah, it's literally the autism. It is the ultimate autism off. It's just crazy. I hate Birdie. I hate Queen. I hate people that turn around and try and defend Birdie when it comes to them having disabilities when they don't. It's total fabrication. It's a total lie. It's all self-inflicted. They have no disabilities. I refuse to believe any of it until they actually get a doctor's order, or they at least get diagnosed by a reputable psychologist or doctor. Instead, they do none of that and just look it up on WebMD and then say, I have PTSD. Like, I don't know. Like, anybody that defends Birdie still to this day under any circumstances because you're too fucking afraid to say the words their disabilities are fake, you are part of the fucking problem, and you are the reason why Birdie continues to exist, and you are the reason why Birdie keeps getting minors into Discord servers. You're the reason why kids like this and people like this continue to propagate on the internet, because you're too much of a fucking soy-filled piece of human shit to understand that people like this deserve mockery. These people deserve no quarter, no less. They deserve none of your fucking sympathy. Not a single one of them. So understand that before you start leaving comments on my before you start leaving comments on my video later. Understand that each and every one of you are an enabler. Good luck with that.
Hi, it's me.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, Jack, could we possibly talk out here?
Oh, yeah.
I have a lot of things to say. I'm sorry for surprising you like this, but I do have a lot of things to say.
Fuck, my ears out. Sorry. What's up?
You're good. You want to turn the light on in here?
All right.
So I'm going to talk to you about a lot of things. This is going to be a very serious discussion because
I figured.
Very serious discussion. We're gonna have a very serious discussion about my failure as an individual that helped this person, which was a known liar who had so many public spats. I only watched a certain part of their I'm back video and took them at their word on anything else. Yeah, we're gonna have a serious conversation about all the things that I should have known before I let this person into my house. Yeah, okay.
To talk to you in person. I wanted to talk to you about everything that's been going on here. Excuse my voice, but my voice is very dead. I'm sick.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So.
Who's the person talking to Jack that doesn't sound like Queen? It is Queen.
Speaking about the don't worry about it.
Who the fuck is defending Birdie? Retards on the internet. Retards in comment sections. Retards in Discord servers. You know, basic stuff.
You've been saying so much about don't worry about it, and then you complained to other people, even to us, about things like that. And then speaking of that, you've been guilt-tripping us for a lot of things. You say that we bit off more than we can chew. Of course we did. And then, so that's why you should get professional help, which you said you finally get a therapist. Why didn't you think of getting a...
They're not going to ever do that. I don't even know why we're asking that question to them. I would have just looked at them and said, you just lied to us. You're never going to get a fucking therapist because you're a hypochondriac. You're a hypochondriac. You're actually like a piece of human trash. Like, this isn't really a confrontation call. It's more of a vent to Birdie in person. But like, here's how you should have done it with hindsight. I would have been like, hey, you have $10,000. You are never going to get a therapist. You scam that money out of everybody, and you're nothing more than a degenerate piece of human trash that needs to be left on the streets as a homeless person. This call would have been less than a minute. So,
therapist all after the suicidal attempts. You've been trying to get suicidal attempts multiple times, twice within me.
You think I didn't want a therapist before? I've been trying to...
See, that's the most manipulative shit ever. You think I've never wanted a therapist before? Yes. Yes, because you've done nothing to get one. You've done nothing to get one. You've absolutely done nothing. Nothing. You got $10,000. You didn't go to the doctor. You didn't look up a therapist that you could even do online for $100 a session. You failed. You're a liar. You were never going to get a therapist because you don't need a therapist.
look for one.
Because you just make shit up in your fucking head and then make it everyone else's problem. You know what you need? Electroshock therapy. You need to be locked in a fucking insane asylum and never seen from again, Birdie.
Like a year.
You have the money. You can do this. You also told me that during that one suicidal attempt with Squirt, you told me that it was only just going to prevent the inevitable. Anyway, speaking about the mask, like you tell us that you're masking a lot. That means you hide things from us a lot too. You tell us that we hide things from you.
What's the line from the Dream video? That's what the mask is for. I don't even remember. I don't remember that shitty fucking song by Dream. So Birdie's going around telling people, yeah, I mask myself all the time. Here's my thing. If somebody comes to me that I barely know, that I met off the internet, and I'm letting them stay in my house because they had a beef with their roommate, and they said the words, yeah, I usually like mask myself all the time, and I just lie to people constantly, I'd be like, get the fuck out of my house then. Like, why would you even do this like any longer? Why? Why would you ever let this person anywhere near you if they continually say that they're masking themselves? That's what the mask is.
You hide things from us as well. How are you supposed to tell
That's what the point of the mask is.
that if you're okay or not okay, you know? And then I have an entire thing written down, so I know I can just keep myself on track.
You're good.
And then you also make people uncomfortable as well. With me in the My Little Pony thing, I was...
Notice how Birdie doesn't like fight back throughout most of this call. They're just sitting there and taking it like a fucking dumb bastard because they know that they're wrong on literally everything that they've ever done. And Birdie has nothing to say.
I know you did not know I was uncomfortable by it, but you told me that you get annoyed at people whenever they're annoyed at Gore or anything like that because...
Get this person out of this fucking house, bro. Like, hey, again, chat, I have a question. If somebody comes up to you and says, hey, here's my favorite Gore artwork. I love when people mutilate themselves, and I get annoyed when people don't like when people mutilate themselves. Can you be friends with me? I'm pretty sure the entire chat overall here would not want that person anywhere near them. You'd probably tell them to fuck themselves if they're deranged. I would hope you would. I would hope you would have the balls to tell a complete fucking freak that is pro that stuff to get the fuck away from me.
That was your childhood or something like that. I don't like seeing Gore at all, and I didn't want to tell you because I was trying to keep you happy. Of course I was going to not do that. That's what it is. You tell us...
Bro, people said the mask and don't say it to avoid hurting others. Birdie's doing the opposite and weaponizing something that people actually struggle with. Not shocked.
You tell me to be honest, and then you don't be honest yourself for those kinds of things, because there's more later. And then you also rely heavily on us. There's a lot. Oh Jesus, there's so much that jumps around.
This is my biggest problem with the Queen call, is that Queen like doesn't actually hit the points that Birdie needs to hear. I know a lot of it's like personal venting to one another and like their personal shit. You should have got through the personal shit and been really on top of it. You should have been really, really on top of it. You should have been like, listen, you treat us like shit here, 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 here. You did nothing here, 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 here. What do you have to say for yourself? And see how they would have responded. Instead, like, Queen just keeps running her mouth.
Let's talk about this part. Like, even found your behavior weird, because you there and back with, and it had to take him a while, spending a crap ton on gas while you just hid in. Oh,
now Birdie doesn't live with them anymore. Birdie apparently is like out of state now. Like they're not even near these people anymore. This call was a while ago.
Had to take you back, spending a crap.
What the fuck was the glitching? That was them removing private information. So there was certain names and stuff in here that needed to be censored because they use like real names of people, and Queen wouldn't allow the video to go out without censoring the real names of these people.
On gas while you still hid in the guest room, and then the glorification of your self scars, and you carved his name in your arm. That's.
Imagine meeting somebody from the internet for the first time. You meet them. They go up to you, go, I like you. And then they just carve your name into their arm and then show you and go, isn't this amazing? Get away from me. Get away from me. Get away from me. Die. Get away from me. Die. Die.
Not great. You know this.
I can't like take it out.
Even then, the fact that you still did that, even if you can't take it out and stuff like that. I know it's still before you guys met you, but the fact that you did all.
Yeah, it's before I met them. It's before I met them. I totally
Don't forget the fork incident
true.
of 2019.
True, but it's like, oh, that was before I met them. Okay, you still cut someone's name into your arm and then glorified it. Like, that's fucking weird. That's not normal.
These things, even really recently, shows that how is there.
She's horrible in this because half of this shit she can't remember and allows Birdie to lie. Yeah, I know. I'm aware.
Going to be change because there's not been change. You've been saying that there's change there. There's not change with how I'm going to keep going on. And then you say that you want Cindy dead. You panicked out when I showed you the.
Blood stabbed his mom with a fork and got arrested for it while we were dating. You know what's crazy? And people say that the mom shouldn't have called the cops. You know what's crazy? People that defend Birdie are like, oh, well, they shouldn't have called the cops on them. I'm sorry. If your child stabs you with a fork in a murderous rampage, I'm going to be real. Most normal people are going to call the police.
Screenshots of Cindy saying, I want him dead, I want him to die, he's doing things to him, and then you say the exact same thing back. That's just hypocrisy, and I will get more on that hypocrisy later. And then more about your excuses. You say, you excuse Potts for a lot of things. I understand you can't do it, but has Potts too. He manages it. You don't try to manage it. You have 10K, you can keep that.
It's not even trying to manage it. They refuse to manage it. They don't want anything. They don't even have Potts. I'm telling you now, they don't have anything that they keep telling people that they have. They do it as a mechanism to continuously manipulate people to feel sorry for them because they know they can't have relationships with normal fucking people. They know that. Woo!
Birdie acting this way encourages so many kids
Corian,
to act
they
the
have no
same.
disabilities.
It's so sad, dude.
They have no disabilities. It is all self-inflicted. Like, stop. Like, they don't have any. It's self-diagnosed from WebMD. Christ, I am too hungover for this shit today. Hold on. Oh, fucking Christ. Too hungover.
Manageable. It's manageable. You know this. You research on a lot of things. You research about bipolar disorder, and then there's just so much about things that you can
Yeah, they researched about bipolar disorder and then started telling people that they had bipolar disorder. This is a hypochondriac. This is a hypochondriac in real time. Yeah, 3 sips of beer really cures BPD, dude.
research and you just don't want to. That's about the driving as well. You have me read you out driving when you can literally just research it yourself. You need to have the.
It's not even. Wait. So, Queen, you were out driving. Couldn't you just tell Birdie, hey, take a bus, take an Uber. You have $10,000. You fucking need. Why did none of these people have the balls just to tell Birdie that? If they bled out in your fucking guest room, who cares if you told them to get a fucking Uber? Like, Christ.
Want to do it. It's your mindset that prevents you from doing things. You can do it. I know you can do it. This is both a very go-getting compliment and also annoyance compliment. That's both an annoyance and I believe in you kind of thing. I know you can do it.
Birdie claims to be scared of Ubers, but Birdie took the bus to go to school and did normal public transportation shit. How could they be afraid of Ubers if they did buses?
And then you also use your BPT to insult us, and then also trying to kill yourself. You use that to explain why you do all these things, when it's not just that, when you give all those reasonings for why you want to kill yourself, and yet you're okay. One moment you're fine, the next you're not, which mood swings and stuff like that, yes, but you don't keep that managed. You say, you don't take things seriously. How can we take you seriously as well? We have to try taking you seriously, so we're taking you seriously all the time. Well,
I don't know how you could take Birdie seriously, even in person.
Chris,
I
you
don't
don't get it. He has Uber autism.
I don't even believe that anymore. I'm sorry. I don't even believe that they have autism. I'm devaluing their autism. I don't think it's real. I don't think anything about Birdie that they tell people publicly is real. I think they lie about literally everything, or they self-diagnose about literally everything. I think they're nothing more than a pathetic fucking leech that will continuously weaponize people's emotions because they know that will get people to care about them. And that's all that they have to do in their life to get people to care, is just to lie about it. To make them feel sympathetic to them. There's no mental illness here. They're just a shitty fucking person. They're a shitty human being with shitty fucking moral compass. That's all they are.
You told me you don't take suicide seriously. Speaking of your hypocrisy, you say that Cindy's not clean. You're not clean as well. Lauren has to clean up a lot of your stuff.
I'm not gonna lie, I definitely think he's got autism. He doesn't use that, and he does use that in his mental health to make everyone suck up to him. It's just a manipulation tactic.
You didn't tell me that.
Your plates, you leave your plates in there, and she has to clean that. Even then, speaking of the plates about
You could have said that to me. What? I didn't. I wouldn't have known. I can't read people's minds.
This is how I know that nothing that Birdie fucking does in their life is real.
Your plates in there, and she has to clean that. Even then, speaking of the plates about
You could have said that to me.
You could have told me that I have to clean the dishes. You could have told me that I was expected to clean the dishes while I live rent-free in someone's house. This is how I know this person's just a manipulative fucking liar. That's a lie. You could have just told me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if they told you, you still wouldn't have done it. This is why I don't believe that they have half of the shit that they talk about. And if you keep giving them the defense of they have disabilities excuse, you're part of the fucking problem.
What? I didn't. I wouldn't have known. I can't read people's minds.
I wouldn't have known to clean the dishes. The thing every 7-year-old in the world learned how to do.
I'm not mad at her. It's just I didn't know. So.
Common decency. I know you weren't raised right.
Common decency?
Not even common decency. It's household rules.
You hear that? You hear when Queen goes, it's just common decency to clean the dishes, and Birdie's like, common decency? What is that? What's common decency?
Birdie may end up on a true crime documentary ATP.
I can't wait for it. That'll be a great episode. I hope they feature me in it as one of the more vocally negative critics of Birdie.
Stuff like that. You tell Cindy.
Seriously? I'm currently living with my dad, and I clean the dishes without being told. Glad I'm not as pathetic as Birdie Lamau.
True.
You tell Cindy to do the dishes and everything like that. She says she does, she will, and the stuff like that. So you know that the dishes should be done.
I don't know how they're supposed to be done.
Just hearing that for the second time is so funny to me. It's I don't know how to do the dishes. I don't know how they're supposed to be done. What do you mean? What are you talking about? There's this thing called soap. There's this thing called water. You put the water to hot water, and you use soap. on a sponge, and you go, wah, wah, you move it around, you get all the crumb off, you rinse it off, you make the rag, you get rid of all the chunks in the rag, you wipe it down, you put it on the table, or you put it on the drying rack. You make sure that there's no streaks on it, and then you put it away when it's done. It's not hard. If you don't know how to wash dishes, you deserve to be homeless. You deserve to have nothing in life be good for you. If people put you up in their home for free and you can barely do the bare minimum involving cleaning fucking dishes, you deserve to be homeless. You deserve to live in a halfway house. You deserve nothing, okay?
Oh, now suddenly we're saying, I don't know how they're supposed to be done. You can ask people. Nope, sit down, Jack. Jack, sit down. Come back here.
I want to go home. I want to go home.
Pots.
Yeah,
More
okay.
like unwashed pots.
See,
Bazinga.
that's Birdie right there trying to make Queen feel bad for confronting them on something incredibly basic. Notice that they didn't get mad about like the self-harm scars or anything like that. They didn't go, "Oh my God, that's horrible. I really need to stop doing that." It was them being told that they have to do the basic amount of work imaginable, which is clean the dishes. Woo! Clean the
I
dishes.
just got here. What's going on?
What's
What did
going
I
on?
miss?
What did you miss? Degenerate lying about disabilities, friend confronting them, and they don't know how to do the dishes in their 20s. Woo!
I take out the trash in my mom's house, alongst looking for a job and doing other chores. So embarrassing.
Just recognize this one thing about every single chatter in here right now. Out of the 457 of you that are currently watching this stream, you are more well-adjusted than anything that this complete degenerate is. You live your life in a much more sound state and a happier state than anything that this complete fucking loser, this complete waste of human genetics, this completely unabashed piece of human trash does. You guys live way better lives. Congratulations. You guys are doing better.
You're just here to yell at me.
I'm not yelling at you. I'm literally criticizing you. This is your excuses. You're using your excuses again. You said you want to change. You said you want me to be honest. I am being honest.
If you ever think about, you know what's great? Think about it next time when you're having a shitty day. Next time you have a shitty day, just sit down and go, man, my life is way better than that fucking loser Birdie.
If you want to say that you changed, go sit down.
I just don't want you to talk back. Just go through the list.
I don't want you to talk back. Birdie, there's this thing called criticism. There's this thing called criticism, you dumb fucking fat cow. You need to understand right now, here and now, that people that are confronting you on things are going to talk back against you. They're going to tell you, Birdie, shut the fuck up. You need to hear me out here. You need to acknowledge that and respect that, but you can't. You can't handle criticism. You can't handle it because you're just a horrible person. You're a narcissist.
Okay.
And afterwards. Sorry.
You're good. You apologize to and me, and you throw under the bus for the same things, kind of like that.
As pathetic as Alex Brickmaster losing his years-long relationship over his inability to wipe down a kitchen counter log.
True.
We already went over that on the thing. You say agree to disagree. Why are we agreeing to disagreeing? That's not agreeing to disagreeing because you're...
Dennis, I could see it. They're going to accuse Queen of abuse. They're going to accuse me. They're going to accuse other, like Lord Crust and Chud and others that have been continuously following the drama pre and post City. That we are all like just abusive, not like fascist assholes that don't believe in mental health and all this shit, and that they wanted them to go homeless. Yes, Birdie, here's your clip. I want you to go homeless. I want you to not be a stain
If
on
Birdie
humanity
was
any
in a
further.
black house, they get knocked out.
I want you to be homeless. I want you to continuously have the worst experience of your life because you've done nothing of use. You have no recourse. You've done nothing of good nature. Everything you've done is complete and utter trash. Okay?
just constantly saying things when we have receipts of you knowing that you should have done this.
Did you know that Birdie is getting groomed by the dirty plates? Groomception, bro.
Stuff like that. I told you in November 2nd that, hey, not going to want to move back in. That, hey, she probably won't do that kind of thing. You say that we can't read minds. You can't read our minds either. That's why we know. And yet, you're trying. That's hypocrisy right there. And then about your racist past, I understand you said.
Okay. I don't give a fuck that Birdie said the N-word. When I got to this part in the call, when I was listening to it privately before it got released, I was like, who cares that Birdie said the N-word? Like, who gives a shit? That's like the last thing on planet Earth that anyone should give a fuck about. Wow, Birdie said the hard R. Woo! Oh, no one cares. No one cares. No one cares that Birdie said a racist slur. I don't care. I don't care. It's the only base thing Birdie ever said.
That you're doing the racist stuff, but you never told us you said the N-word, hard R, that you...
What? I did tell you, though.
Told me, I forgot about it, but you never told about this.
Why do you have to tell people that you said the N-word? From a situation that happened years ago. Why is Queen expecting that? It's like, hey, every time you introduce yourself to someone, you need to tell them that you said the N-word, because you're a horrible person. It's like, who cares? Who gives a shit? Who gives an absolute fuck about that? Like, who cares? Why does this even matter?
Actually,
Tell them. I told
well, I don't remember that, so my bad.
you weren't in the room.
My bad. That was my fault. Then you flat out lied for a lot of things. You said that you lied about paying rent the whole time with Cindy when there were some spots that you didn't pay rent. And then you said that that Cindy would be helpless without you for that kind of stuff. And yet she's not being helpless. She's trying her best. But I know Cindy's bad. I'm not saying that she's not horrible. Just because I'm pointing out some good about her, does not mean she's not bad, you know. There's gray in things. Speaking of the gray, you tell us that you're gray. The world is gray. The world is not black and white.
Cool monologue, Queen. No one cares. Could you please get to the point where you're telling Birdie that they're a piece of human trash again? That was entertaining.
Just because someone gets onto you, just like how you walked out, this is gray. I'm not yelling at you.
No, this isn't gray. That's just them being fucking pathetic. Like, literally. That's not gray. That's not gray at all. Birdie's a piece of human trash. You are telling a piece of human fucking trash how much of a piece of trash they are, and they tried to walk out because they couldn't handle it.
I'm genuinely not. I'm telling you criticisms, but the fact that you're thinking that I'm yelling at you shows that you're not taking this really seriously.
I'm listening.
Are you
Right there. I'm listening. You're not taking it seriously. You're not, Birdie. You're not. You're literally not. That tone was enough. That tonality states that it's kind of like, I'm listening, which I'm not really, because nothing you say is going to change my mind, and you're being a bitch to me. That's the tone that Birdie is currently exuding right there, which means that this whole call was a waste of time.
taking me seriously?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you told that you did not have money for rent while your 10K was in the bank. You told her, because we sent you to, we made sure that...
I couldn't get all the cash because the ATM had a limit, and then I gave her the rest of it.
What? The ATM had a limit?
This call is butt cheeks. I wanna hear Jack's bitchin'.
So here's the thing, right, Birdie? You know, there's a limit on an ATM, sure. You can probably take out like a few grand. But here's the other thing, right? If one ATM is having a problem, you go to the bank. You go to the actual bank. You go speak to the teller, and you tell them, hey, I need this amount of money in cash taken out. And then they do it. All you have to do is provide your banking information and prove who you are. And they will just give you the cash in a check form. You could do Venmo, PayPal, Ko-Fi. It's not really that difficult. Like, oh my god, it's just like so
You're
easy.
asking too much of Birdie, Chris.
I'm expecting too much from a degenerate. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm expecting too much.
Through PayPal.
That's what you told me. But at first you told her that you didn't have the money, which is why she bought you food and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure.
The GoFundMe money didn't go through.
We made sure that you had the GoFundMe money before you go into
right away. It took a while.
Then why did you lie to us about having the GoFundMe money?
I didn't. I said it was processing.
You're lucky you're dealing with me. I don't remember shit.
You're an idiot, Queen. You're an actual fucking idiot. Like, unironically. I hate Queen. I hate this fucking group of retards. I hate all of them so fucking much. Every time. Every goddamn time. You're such an idiot. How do you not remember the things that happened a few days in between? This cycle of the few weeks. If you had this many issues with them, how didn't you fucking remember that shit? Oh my God. I hate this shit. You're such a fucking retard, Queen. Holy fuck, man. But it's like... The thing is, right, is that Birdie could turn around... Like, she could be right and say, Birdie, yeah, you kept saying that you didn't have access to the GoFundMe money. Yeah, because it was in processing. So that right there is when you turn around and go, okay, well, it was in process, which means you have access to the money. It didn't hit your bank account yet, but you did have access to it, and it was being processed over to your bank account, which means that you are going to be able to have access to the money.
Birdie is so allergic to making an effort. Crossing fingers they go into anaphylactic shock.
True. True. That's where you pressure them and go, hey, well, if that's the case, you shouldn't have been telling people to buy shit for you if you were waiting for the money to come through. You shouldn't have expected people to pay for you when you had your own money. That's where you would have that's where you fucking dial in, Queen, but instead, you just completely make yourself look like an idiot here. Congratulations.
It's okay.
And then you are being a slob, but you're saying that you're clean. With the Cinia house and stuff like that, you have your clothes on the floor and stuff like that. And the blender, you talk smack about Cinia about having the blender. All you gotta do, run the water, stick it underneath the water, dump it out. Run the water, stick underneath the water, dump it out. Not because of your pots, no nothing. Simple, easy, done. Speaking of your pots, you're not eating enough, you're not being healthy. That's why your pots is bad. That's your fault. So you stick it underwater, leave it out, and then confront Cinia later, being like, hey, I washed this for you for that kind of stuff. Can you please do it? And then you move on from that. You don't hold grudges, no nothing. For those kind of mini things. And then, speaking of the food...
How is City the one who looks the least retarded? That's actually a crazy point and, like, kind of true. That's actually, like, a... I hate to admit it. Like, that's the craziest part of all of this. Somehow, City Bear looks like the least retarded out of this group.
In your house. You told the whole group chat that you didn't have food in your house. Let me go check this fridge right here, right now. You have food right here, right there, everywhere.
I really wish that they, like, recorded that. It was just like, hey, you have food in this fucking fridge, you absolute idiot. Look at that shit. There's food right there. Why are you ordering DoorDash? Why are you saying that you're starving? Like, you could just literally cook something out of the fucking fridge, dude. Just make ramen or something. I don't give a shit.
I've been here 30 seconds and want to French kiss a 12 gauge.
True. That's how I'm feeling. I woke up today feeling like I wanted to French kiss a 12 gauge. I'm like real close.
There's food right here.
Whoa! I hate to be that guy, but Queen should have used a journal to keep track of Birdie's nonsense.
Would have been crazy, right? Would have been great.
There's food right here.
I have severe POTS. Yes, chores are hard, but there are chores you can do. It's in you to make clear that while you can't do one chore, you could do another. Problem is that Birdie's a liar, so I don't believe that they have POTS.
You can
I think they're just a lazy piece of trash.
most easily get food right there, and yet you complain.
Plus, they attempted to molest a ferret, so I'm gonna be realistic. I will call into question everything Birdie does until the day that they die.
To us, you had Laurel buy you food, to Uber you food. That's just manipulation there. That's just lying. Continuing on.
I really wish Queen just let Birdie talk right here.
Rely on a lot of things for POTS to avoid doing things. Like I said, cleaning things or doing stuff. I know you can. I know it's hard for you, but you can manage it with doing the doctors. You have 10.
Covering it. This call is honestly damn boring.
It is not the best call.
Hey, you can easily ask me before this all happened to go to the doctors and stuff like that. The fact that I have to tell you to do things like, oh, you need to go to your doctor's appointment, or, oh, you need to, like, you know, maybe figure out your POTS, and then sometimes you ignore me, and then sometimes you're like, oh, maybe we should do this another day or something like that, or then you fall asleep on appointments. Literally, I literally knocked on the door multiple times for your one appointment with your therapist, because she said she was going to be a temporary therapist. And then and then she called me saying, "Hey, where's Jack, by the way?" And I was like, "He fell asleep. He didn't wake up. I told you literally."
Yeah, I really want to get help. I really want to go to therapy. I really want to fix these things. Man, I totally just let Jack sleep for their therapy appointment. You didn't like bang on the door. You didn't go, "Hey, get your ass up. You have a fucking appointment, you retard." You don't go into the room and try to wake them up after wasting your time to take them to the fucking the therapist.
Night before, do you have a therapist? And then you say, "Oh, alarm clocks don't work because you're a night sleeper," but yet you put on an alarm clock for that one really important doctor's appointment. Seems like you're prioritizing some differently, but that's different. You also omit a lot of things. You tell me I'm omitting a lot of things. You don't realize you're omitting a lot of things to myself. I can handle omitting things. I can handle it. You, on the other hand, can't handle it. You say, "I can't handle it." The fact that you just tried walking up right now and said I was yelling at you proves my point and proves you wrong. You were wrong about saying that you're able to handle this, and you're not. Anyway, continuing on.
Oh my god, bitch. Just let the retard speak.
You take a mile instead of an inch. I understand that you're in a very unfortunate situation, so we're trying to help you. But you start whittling us down by saying we're not helping you, and then start lying about things, and then your lies start surfacing back up again. And speaking of your lies, your internet drama and stuff.
Remember, this person was going to put together a definitive Birdie video. Imagine how shitty that video would have been. Imagine how shitty that video would have been if Queen actually put out the video. Imagine, chat, how bad that would be for the anti-Birdie community. It's a terrible fucking video.
Like that. It's not drama. It's pure criticism. You've been victim blaming everyone without talking about yourself. You've been saying this person did this, and then you don't talk about what you've done. You had the police called on you multiple times, and then you barely said what you've done there. What you've done to basically kind of deserve that kind of police calling, or why did that happen? But you go, "Oh, my mom just hates me," or something like that. When we find out, oh,
then you can leave. I'm gonna be real. I don't care.
You've been violent to people. Anyways, you victim complexing. You say that you have to be the victim in every situation possible, and then with how in the apartment and how she left, you've literally tried killing yourself over stairs. The same thing with.
You literally tried to kill yourself over having stairs in the apartment. Birdie looks up, sees a 1-floor staircase. A 1-floor staircase, and goes, "I'm going to kill myself now."
And stuff like that.
I love that. I love knowing that. That's like funny. That's funny to me. Is that Birdie has considered suicide because of stairs.
You're not blaming it, but that's just extremely things. No one can come back. I know you said that you understand why Jade left, but then you hold a grudge. You say that you understand, but you keep holding a grudge, holding it above your head. Be like, "Oh, you abandoned me for the apartment, by the way. She did this. She dipped on me. You told me she dipped on me when she did not. She told me she was going to take a break from you. And speaking of taking a break, you said she ghosted her. She ghosted you. Literally."
This is the thing, right? That person should have just fucking owned the fact that they abandoned Birdie. Like, they didn't. They were like, "Yeah, I was able to move back in with my mom," or whatever, if you read the document. But, like, it would have been more based if that person said, "Yeah, Birdie, I abandoned you. I want nothing to do with you. You're a lazy, fucking vindictive piece of trash." This is the problem with these people, is that they're all afraid that Birdie has all these mental illnesses, and that if they treat Birdie like shit, they're going to be like, "Oh, well, people are going to think that we don't respect disabilities." It's like, fuck you, man. This person doesn't deserve your respect. Hold on, it's like 80 fucking degrees. Whoa!
Why does Birdie act completely useless? I'm also disabled but manage to work full-time and function. With some accommodations, yes, but I still do.
Whereas Birdie act completely useless, also disabled, but managed to work full-time and function with some accommodations, but yes, I still do. It's because they never had a group of people that were willing to actually criticize them. Or, like, hold them accountable other than their own parents. And Birdie accused them of abuse by... They said they'll take her internet away.
the last thing she sent was something of you, and then like before you sent her something, she sent something, and then you left her, and then you texted her, and then she texted back something, and then you said like, okay, I don't quite remember that, but I can probably have to pull it up or something. She's not here currently, but still, you lied to us about that kind of stuff. You tried making yourself the victim and kind of things, and then you kicked us out when you said you could handle it. When you went to the Band-Aid strip up, you kicked us out of the group chat. And then with the Draghi situation, you said he's sadistic and loves attention. He's 17.
Birdie's just Andy to chew them up on his head.
Yeah, imagine Birdie saying that somebody is a sadistic and loves attention. Imagine Birdie's criticism of you is that you are being called sadistic, and you are being called sadistic that you love attention by Birdie of all people. Birdie is just Andy Ditch with a mop on its head. True.
Kid is 17. You're 20. 20. You just turned 20, I understand. You just left your 19s, you just left your teens, I understand. But I'm owning up for my mistakes. I understand how I handled the Cindy situation and how I was immature for all that stuff. I understand, and that's why I was in the wrong for that kind of stuff, how I handled Cindy, how we all handled Cindy's situation.
Yeah, you all handled it in the most retarded way imaginable. Every single one of you failed in some aspect involving the City Bear drama. You all are completely useless. Stop it.
For God's sake, with the cat, you lied to your audience, basically, that Cindy took the cat. Even if you said, oh, I thought she was, you didn't try to clarify it. Within the same night, I texted you saying, hey, by the way.
Don't forget, Birdie accused her parents of sexual assault because they forced her to take showers, which she refused for months. That is news to me. I'm sorry. Birdie accused their parents of that to force them to shower. Holy shit.
Way, here's the plan here. If you give me full ownership of the cat, I can take care of it and stuff like that. And you did. And then you didn't try to respond to your audience about that kind of stuff. And I'm trying to circle around the elephant in the big room. Speaking of being a slob, speaking of all this, you can't take care of yourself. You can't,
you
say that you tried to do it. And yet, here you are trying so hard not to get an Uber, trying so hard not to go to your doctor's appointment, trying so hard not to eat food normally.
Now you're saying base shit. Now you're saying shit I can get behind, Queen. I'm so anti-Queen until they say something based, and then I'm going to go back to hating Queen.
How are you going to take care of a cat? I know you said you can't take care of
Yes! How are they going to take care of a cat? Bro, that was literally the argument that I had since day one involving the City Bear cat drama. It's like, Birdie is an inept retard. How are they going to be able to take care of a cat?
Cat, which is why I'm taking care of the cat. But I generally don't think the cat should go back to you. I generally don't think. Cindy's given me full ownership of the cat. She thought the cat was going back to you as well. But now she's realizing that, hey, maybe the cat shouldn't go back to you as well. So I generally don't think.
Maybe the cat shouldn't go to Jack. I'm going to be honest. Birdie should not be allowed to have any animals. I don't care if that's like mean to their mental health thing or like they need a service animal or whatever. It should be illegal for Birdie to own an animal after what they attempted with the ferret. It should be illegal. I don't care how old they were when they did it. It should be illegal for them to own an animal. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong with that. You know, if you attempt to molest an animal, you should be barred from be allowed to have an animal. Okay. Like I'm gonna be real. I think I think it should be illegal.
The cat should go back to you as well. Generally don't think. But anyway, continuing on, because there's so much more. And then your own family having, like I said, back with the cops because you assaulted your siblings, including the 7-year-old. You said that.
Yeah, I know Birdie said they wanted to mutilate cats. That also. But the ferret thing is what everyone really remembers.
That's that. But you have that past history of doing that.
Hello, Gaming Witch. Thank you. Hope you've been doing good. How's the new job?
And there's just so much as well. Because then you go your trauma competition. You say about the medical condition. You tried one.
That's so based. Birdie does do medical competitions with people. Anytime somebody's like, I have a mental condition, Birdie's like, oh yeah, I have another mental condition. Birdie, I have a bigger medical condition. Did I just blow past the sibling beating? Oh, yeah. I forgot to mention that. So I'm aware of this.
Birdie took Pop Goes the Weasel too far.
True. So back in the day, Birdie was accused of physically assaulting their younger brother, their younger siblings. And that's why the cops were called on them as well back in the day. So Birdie also has a pattern of physically abusing, allegedly, their siblings. Not sexually that I'm aware of, but physically. Okay? Not sexually, but physically from what I've heard. All right?
Upping her for that. I remember that. And it's not worse than yours.
Yeah, I don't know how anybody could defend Birdie when you hear the words they beat their siblings. So did Lily Orchard sexually. Well, I'm not saying that Birdie sexually assaulted their siblings. I have not heard anything like that. I have heard that they physically assaulted their siblings, like they fucking hit them and shit, to the point where the cops got involved. Not a sexual thing, okay?
Literally had a
So I'm being clear with that. I'm being really, really clear with that.
rare disease. You have POTS and BPT, all of which can be managed. You just don't try to make it manageable. And then because you're also making it worse, you're not eating normally. You skip days. You tell us, oh.
And with needles? Okay, I didn't know the needles part.
And we say we don't have money. You go, oh, I guess I'll starve. Jay literally paid for your food for one day. And I was like saying, hey, I don't have money, which I did not have money then. And then so I paid for your food because you're like,
bro, is there a way to get the police body cam footage of when Birdie was arrested? I know they were a kid then. That's too far, but like still, it's crazy.
I guess I'll go starving then. That's just guilt trip.
One sibling was terrified with needles, so she tormented them around the house with needles, so they would like chase them around with a needle and like try to hurt them. That's fucking insanity.
Either intentionally or unintentionally. That's just still guilt tripping. You should know that by now because people have guilt tripping for you before. You said people have done these horrible things to you. Why are you doing these horrible things to us now? Speaking of, you think your life is generally cursed because you are not 100% catered to. That's what we're feeling like. As soon as
no, it's not a feel. It's not a feel, Queen. You are so bad at confrontation. It's not a feel. It's a fact. Because they aren't 100% catered to. Birdie constantly feels like they are a victim in the situation because people will constantly cater to them and let them get away with shit. So when you don't cater to them, you fall for the trap of them being like, well, you hate me now. You hate me. Instead of being grown adults and going, hey, fuck you. We just helped you out all day today. Get your shit together. Instead, you placated this person.
Something little goes wrong, you just start basically going downwards, basically. The fact, like I said, the fact that you walked up shows that you haven't grown, haven't changed. I'm grateful you're sitting down right now, but there's just so much that's been going on. And there's just a lot, like I said, that's been going on. And not everything has to be 100% catered toward. I give you resources to do things. I gave you opportunity, new other things. You have 10K. You can use it. This is an emergency. Use your money. Don't be afraid to dip into it. I understand you have trauma and stuff like that, but you just got to try. You haven't tried. Instead, just take advantage of us. Or you go, oh, I guess I'll just miss my dog.
Guys, you are going to be dealing with a lot of yapping from Queen, okay? I am going to be filling in gaps where I can, and then hopefully we'll hear more from Birdie, because essentially this is kind of where I got to, like right around here when I was listening to it privately. So everything else is open space for me.
Doctor's appointment, and I tell you, if I tell you on December 16th, I can't drive you to your doctor's appointment, I'm betting you're going to say, oh, I guess I won't go to my doctor's appointment then, instead of...
It's not even a bet. It's like a fact. Like if you say, if you turn around and say, hey, I'm busy, I can't drive you to the doctor, Birdie's going to be like, well, I'm not going to go then. Fuck you. Like that's just their MO.
Trying to do something about it, instead of trying to go, oh, I guess I'll get an Uber or something like that, because you've used...
I can't stand their voices either, man, and I'm hungover. I'm hungover as shit. You don't understand, like, the amount of mental fucking sanity that I have to not just, like, turn this stream off because I can't handle the nails on the chalkboard. Because I promised my community I'd go over this.
Used those kinds of things before. You've used those kinds of things with the food and stuff like that. You go, oh, I guess I won't eat then. Yeah, you should eat. That's priority. You tell us that you've been hungry your whole life. You should know what it means to be full.
You've been hungry your whole life. So like what? Were they being withheld food? No, total lie. They made themselves homeless on purpose. Their family provided food for them, but they were such a schizophrenic that they couldn't do anything. Like,
oh, eat more, that kind of thing. Said you're not doing that. Said you're sinking yourself in a pit by your own thing. Self-fulfilling prophecy. You say we're not helping you. You say that you're in a bad spot. You say you're doing this. You're focusing on the negative so much.
Yes, their voice is sick.
And it's dragging you down.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Birdie's fat. There is no way that Birdie was fucking starving when they are as fat as they are. Dude, you know what's crazy? It's like Birdie is the epitome of like Patrick Starr, you know, but instead of being like a happy-go-lucky retard, it's like a malicious fucking retard. But it's like that scene where he's just like, no, I'm gonna starve. It's just big, fat, disgusting tub of lard.
It's the mindset you're a self.
Is Birdie at Spencer levels? Yes. Birdie is Spencer. I've been subsequenting the Spencer drama with Mama Max. Instead of going over that, I'm going over Birdie, which is basically just Spencer.
Fulfilling prophecy, and that is.
Can I talk about like so briefly? I kept saying that Spencer was just like this fat, gluttonous piece of human trash, and that they were going to abuse the money, they're going to abuse Max, they were going to abuse all this shit, and then Max comes out and goes, oh, it's crazy that all these people made fun of Spencer's weight, and that the suicide attempt, they were too fat, and the belt broke. I can't believe that joke was made by Chris and others. And fucking 5 seconds after saying that, confirms to us that she was a fat, fucking lazy piece of shit.
Nah, don't compare Patrick to
and just start shitting on him.
Patrick at least is funny to watch.
Max, I'm gonna. Oh god, the Mama Max videos are so bad. They're so bad. Yeah, sure. He probably got him on. He probably got Muda on some shit. I'll be realistic. Muda's kind of pissing me off lately, but like everything else, Max just still sucks.
Not a good thing. Continuing on, you say that we never help enough, and thinks we need to do everything for you and stuff like that. We make you food, literally made you a tricite for 3 days, and then I drove you to appointments. I don't know if he drove you around, but he drove you around a lot. And then I know they paid for.
So here's my problem with all of you people collectively, and Birdie, right? So Birdie was weaponizing their fucking fake mental illnesses to get people to drive them places. But these people constantly capitulated to them and kept doing things that they kept asking. So if Birdie's like, hey, I need to go to the doctors, they would drive him to the doctors. Hey, I'm hungry. Can you buy me food? They would do that. Like, what the fuck?
Celebration for my 3K scholarship I got for college.
Hey, congratulations. That's fucking crazy. That's tough to get nowadays. Congratulations on your scholarship. There are a bunch of enablers. Yes. Yes, they are.
Birdie is the mimetic child of Chris Chan.
I keep telling you people that Birdie's the next Chris Chan. We're going to be here. We're going to be here for the next 20 fucking years. Birdie will forever be the new Chris Chan. It's happening. It's happening. You're watching it in real time. You know, other creators were like, oh, there's no way that Birdie's going to be the next Chris Chan. Listen, trans, crazy, has, you know, a shitty home life that they caused, is on the run, committed a molestation act, you know, like the stupid artwork. Come on, guys. Come on. All the sides are there. All the sides are there. All Birdie needs to do now is make a fucking medallion to curse people.
Food, I never did, but still paid for your food. And then sometimes you got to get medicine. I think pretty sure ask you for $50 back for something like, you're like, yeah, I will do it. And you just never did. And then with the prosecutor calls, we had to drive you places for the prosecutor. And then when you said, oh, I guess I won't do it.
The first bird storian.
I'm already technically a bird storian at this point. I will never make my channel solely about Birdie. I will never do that. I'm not an idiot. I've already done that with one thing, and I had to build my channel from the ground up. Listen, I will gladly go over Birdie till the day they die. I don't care. It will not be as frequent, but, you know.
Oh, man.
I'll still do it.
I just got in. What I miss.
Does commissions count? No, they have to create a medallion. They have to make it. They have to make a medallion.
For like Cynthia stuff, you go, oh, I guess I just won't do it or something. I don't know, it's too much for you. That's what you kind of made it seem like in my mind. The fact that I'm remembering.
You know what's crazy is that some people were telling me that I was told some people were telling me in DMs about this call. They were like, yeah, it's like when Bob Chandler like confronted Chris on the home thing where Chris is like, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But it's not that at all.
Keffel's level.
It's not that at all. That's entertaining. This is fucking annoying. If any of you turn around and say this is like Bob Chandler attacking his son, no, it's not even close.
Because I don't remember specific.
On a scale of Ethel Thurston to Chris Chan, she's reached Keffel's level. True.
Things. I just remember how
you said these calls were similar. Idiots.
How I feel or others feel about that situation. You just were like, no, I'm
working on it. I'm working on it.
tired of this, which
I
understand.
just want Birdie to say those words. I want Birdie to say the words, I'm working on it. I want everything off the internet.
And fair.
Well, the thing is that Birdie at least has, I guess, more, not self-awareness. What's the word I would look for here? I don't know. Because Chris Chan's also not doing the internet that much anymore.
But still, you know, if it's that important, I'm keeping your cat. Literally, I'm helping you, but I don't know if I want to give you your cat back. We'll see.
Don't give the cat back. Don't say we'll see. They molested a ferret.
And then,
Not
probably
asking
about
for it
the...
back. I'm homeless. Well, not homeless. I'm staying here, like...
Even...
I'm homeless. I'm
Hey Chris,
homeless.
did you see Andy Pant's new game? he
Oh
put
God,
out?
no way.
It's been banned off Steam. The idiot put I-generated child exploitation art in it.
I'm sorry. What? What? Andy did what? Where's the proof? I don't want to see the child exploitation artwork. I don't want to see it. But, like, did anyone cover that? Is there a video out there about it? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Andy did what? Andy in his video game did that?
Cat doesn't care about the cat. He used it as a power complex against Cinny. He didn't even care when Queen
Mod
brought
me
it
and I'll
up.
link
He
the
wouldn't
game.
get it back.
Did anyone cover that? Like, what are you talking about? He used child exploitation AI art. You're being a temporary mod. Unless you're trolling me. He's probably trolling me, this guy. I'll be honest. Because it's something I could I could believe Andy would do that. You know, it's like Crazy Bright. I could believe Andy would have done that.
When you move...
I might go over that after this. That is crazy.
I'm not saying I'm going to take her when I go back.
You have the expectancy you'll ever get her back. That's what
I'm moving it over here. I'm afraid to show it on screen. One of the pivotal moments in the game made by Andy Pants Gaming is CCTV room. Okay, so there's nothing on here. Okay, what is this? One of the pivotal moments in the game made by Andy Pants includes a CCTV room in a school where under the floorboards are guns the janitors keep. And on the TVs is AI-generated CP? And the MC goes on cop-killing rampage? And Andy is mad Steam won't allow him the game on the platform? I'm fucking sorry! What?! Ending of the game, which includes a plot of child prostitution, a bad divorce, kidnapping, and anti-government violence. Andy Pants Gaming dedicated this game to his own daughter. What? He dedicated this game to his daughter that had CP in it? AI-generated CP. Andy! Andy, what the fuck are you doing? Okay, the hangover's starting to pass. The hangover's starting to pass. Now I'm starting to get really concerned with what the fuck's going on with Andy. What? I need to send this to Gara. I just sent it to Gara. What is this? I don't want to watch this. Do they censor out the stuff? Oh, I don't want to do that. We're watching this. Chef, stop it. I know Dave's home, but stop. I'm sorry. We got distracted. I'll watch that in my... Like, I will literally... I don't know if I should watch this because it's literally... Unless they censored it, there is no way I can watch this on stream. Nor do I want to watch it because it has AI-generated CP.
meaning.
I mean, not really. It's like 50-50 for me. Not because of like...
This sounds like something Brian Mullins would think of.
Yes.
Brain fog all day. Go ahead. You can...
Yeah, no worries. Well, big worries. I helped you move.
Call Ryan Beard, call Leon, call the cop.
Call Ryan Beard, call Leon, call the cops.
You gotta be kidding me. Andy, what are you doing?
away from Cynthia, I'm starting to regret moving you from Cynthia because I feel like that could have been handled more privately, more professionally. I feel like that's what I feel like I should have just kind of left you there. Not left you, should have checked up on you, which is what I...
utterly owned by this revelation, he really showed us by putting AI COD points in his video game.
Yeah, he really owned the liberals by using AI animated CP. He really owned the libs, dude. He totally owned the libs.
I did check up on you. Why do you think you're here now away from Cynthia? I'm glad you're...
I'm like afraid. I'm afraid of like what that does.
Away from Cynthia, but your actions are not being, profitable. You're not helping yourself. You need to help yourself.
This call raised my blood pressure. Yes.
My blood pressure.
It's sobering me up.
We can't help someone who does not want help. We can't do everything for you like Cynthia's been doing everything for you. I have issues with her for that too as well. She's been babying you. And even then, before this whole situation, you were acting basically the same thing with your grandma and your grandpa. Because literally your grandma said in the I'm Back video.
Gara's immediate response, what the fucking hell is wrong with him? Dude, I don't know what to tell you, Gara. I don't know what to tell you, brother. You're probably not watching, but I don't know what to tell you.
She said, you're burning your bridges. Basically said things that I would say, and you...
Yeah, Andy Pants, allegedly, according to a chatter, and according to this Twitter account, which I don't know who the fuck this guy is, apparently Andy Pants put in AI-generated CP being played over a school monitor in his video game.
Made her out to be the villain. I'm probably going to be the villain.
I'm going with allegedly because I haven't watched it yet. And I don't even want to watch it. If it has even a hint of that, I don't want to see it.
Your life because you think I am when I'm genuinely giving you criticisms. Any criticism thrown your way, you think, oh, she's a bad person, or they're a bad person, he's a bad person. You're thinking Jade's a bad person. You're thinking Cass is a bad person. You're 100% thinking I'm a bad person as well, probably. I don't even want to think of it.
It's real. I'm so scared, Chief. I'm so scared.
But yeah, you probably do right now. Or even...
I wonder if Birdie's in the game.
Forever now, if you ever do change. Because you said you changed, but you didn't. You, like I said, you don't do anything for yourself. Because I keep jumping around, God damn it. Like I said, you rely heavily on everyone else. While you said you want to be independent, you told us multiple times you want to be independent. And I've
Linktree banned the link to it. That's great.
Giving you choices to let you be independent. I say, it's okay, take an Uber, go do this, maybe do this. I gave you resources, and you're still not helping yourself at all. You're instead laughing in the room, doing nothing. I know it's nighttime right now, but you could have done something.
Yeah, the thing is, Queen, is that I know, and everybody with a brainstem knows that Birdie's not going to do anything. They're going to sit on Discord, giggling with their retarded dice friends that they probably still have, and just like keep cutting themselves in their room by themselves. Like they're not going to do anything else with their life. They are Andy Ditch.
Coffee brand coffee CP. Own the libs while gooning.
Okay, dude. But like Birdie is literally just Andy Ditch minus the fucking diapers.
Something all day. Could have done something yesterday. Could have done something the days before, or something like that. You could have done something.
I'm tired too, Rip.
You just kept sitting in your room doing nothing. And then I already talked about the waking up in time for the...
Dude, I would kill if I want him to make that video. You know what? If he makes that video, then I'll cover it. Okay? Then I'll cover it.
Appointments that you sometimes don't set up reminders. I know I said I was going to set a reminder, but the fact...
Do not call Child Protective Services. Do not do any of that. I am disavowing it almost immediately. I will not have people take things like that to that level. No, won't happen. Okay? Stop it.
Like that you didn't set a reminder yourself kind of worries me as well. I know I should have said, oh, we'll set it for you. But usually the typical thing is, oh, I should set it.
And I will fucking find you if I hear that Andy Pants got CPS called on him. I will find you, and I will blast you for fucking trying to send cops to someone's home. Understood?
Myself, or I'll keep this as a mental thing and stuff like that. Even when I dropped you off to the appointment, I found myself typing down what your appointment was instead of you writing it down yourself. I said, oh, maybe...
Game's still on Ichi
Kiwi
Ito.
Farms will have a field day with Andy now.
The Kiwi Farms will definitely have a field day with Andy. Some of them watch my stream, so that's going to be interesting. Lago, can you link me those comments?
You should write it down.
I have it on the card.
I just made Lago a mod. I know he's a
Just
channel,
work
so like
retail
I'll
or
just make him a
fast
mod.
food Birdie JFC eat grass.
They can't because they have pots, even though they don't have pots.
Good.
Cards in my room.
Good. You just didn't show me that.
I told you I had the card.
The card, did it have December 16th on it?
Yeah, it just didn't have the other one for some reason.
You didn't tell me it had December 16th. I found out December 16th was a complete surprise to me.
I did. I said that I still had the other one written down, but not the December 3rd. Was it the 3rd? The December 3rd one. I did specify that.
Let me see. Hold on.
It's not Birdie.
I pull that up. Because I might be crazy.
At least I said there's another December appointment on here, something like that. I know I didn't.
Man, I set up a whole other appointment, even though I definitely slept through all my other fucking appointments. Sorry, I was driving. What about the AICP? All right, Noid. Apparently, Andy Pants Gaming put AICP in his new game against the fucking gays. I don't know. It's a weird video. Is crazy.
I think I did.
I also don't believe that they actually set appointments for a doctor or anything.
Well, okay.
I don't want to see it, Chief. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Complete lie, not in the game at all. The seething and coping in the comments section is wonderful. The seething and balding over my game is absolutely legendary. My game's newer. Found the troon. It's not true. You know, every dude. Oh, he loves AI, dude. Broken gay man spotted. There is no way. There is no way, dude. He's literally denying it right now. He's actually... Please tell me these are archived. Somebody archive these immediately.
Let's see. Okay, let me see. Oh, yeah, you told me on 11/29 you're not at a place where you could afford to do that. You have 10K. Why'd you tell me that? Let's see.
You want a Birdie crash out moment? They crash out every day that they exist.
Dramatic. You say, I'm not mad. I'm just being dramatic. You are mad at me. And then you kind of ignored me. Well, you wasn't mad, but it's hard to probably discern. You should be mad or something. That's the thing. You don't take things seriously. I don't even know if you're taking myself seriously as well, if you're taking me seriously. Huh?
I'm listening.
You're listening, but is that the same as being serious about this? Are you going to change because I said this? I'm putting in the effort to help you change, to realize things. If someone told me,
They're not going to do that. They're not going to do any of that. They are literally not going to be doing any of that. Nothing.
Got a lot of hate bombs for interacting with you.
Andy's Kiwi page is not going to go well. It's not going to go well. It's going to be a... What the fuck is this? I check one group chat, and I just see this photo of Bo Blacks. This dude's my age. This is a grown man. What the fuck is this photo? I fucking hate my life.
Whoa! Gotta go to work now. See ya, Chris and chat. Waving hand emoji.
Archive last 2 days ago, Chris, but I queued a refresh. Good.
On it, and then I realized why I was doing it, and I changed.
I'm blind. I'm so blind, dude.
And grown as a person, and this is why I'm confronting you on now these types of things, because you need these things. But are you going to change?
I don't believe that you changed and grew as a person, Queen, in regard to this drama, like whatsoever. I don't believe it for a second. Here's why. It's because you started getting shit from everybody at how poor you guys were handling this, and basically sweeping for Birdie at one point when that call got leaked. And now you are now you went in a scramble to now confront them and get them out of your life, because you finally were told that they were a shitty person when you did little to no research letting this person into your life.
Who freaking knows? We don't know. I don't know. I shouldn't have done that. This is a serious situation. But still, let's keep seeing.
This isn't that serious. It's just Birdie being a fucking loser, and you're telling them in their face that they're a fucking loser. Like, come on.
Oh, speaking of your phone, you told me lost it. Told me he didn't lose it. He even showed me the screenshots of him saying, I'll check and look. Why'd you say that lost it? Why are you planning blame on this is your phone? That's your responsibility. You should have said, I lost it. It probably is that.
Andy Pants is literally crashing out on Twitter. Oh.
Andy Pants is literally crashing out on Twitter.
No way! Andy Pants. All right. Okay. See, now you're... Damn it. Is he, though? Is he actually? Thank you for doing your part to promote my game. Actually, no cops are killed. Hashtag Blue Lives Matter. Chad kills the gay Nazis who have taken his daughter. There's also no CP anywhere in this game, although I know you leftists are obsessed with that stuff. Interesting. 2 points. You're intentionally obfuscating the escape scene requires you to blow up cop cars. The sergeant, who you intended to be the police officer, attempts to arrest Chad. The second you wrote, it's a bunch of young... Wait, what? What is this? It's a bunch of young girls in the same kind of facility have been watching while they bathe and put on clothes, where there are TVs of blurred pixelated art of CP. Bonus points to messages preceding this. You had Lanny, the 10-year-old daughter to Chad, strip tease in a pride parade. You are already deeply demented. What? You are already deeply demented, said the Troon who actively molests children. What the fuck is going on?
I made what I miss.
Is Andy's only, like, recourse to ever acknowledge criticism is just to call people troons? Is that, like, all he has? He literally ignored everything that was said here. Did you notice that? He ignored everything through this and just focused on "you're deeply demented." He didn't acknowledge anything else up here. He just said "you're a troon that molests kids." Wow, Andy, you're not really taking this head on right now. Yeah, there's no denial in that. Other than this section, it's like, oh, it was never in there. Then this guy pulls up another position where he's still bringing it up. All you have to do is acknowledge that, Andy, and then boom, nope, not doing it. At every pride parade, there's men your age exposing themselves to children. What the fuck is that? My game is perfect. Oh, God. All right. We're going to have to probably cover Andy's thing another time. I'm just... Not now.
Or something like that. Instead, you pointed to saying, he lost it, he did it, blah, blah, blah. That's not omitting responsibility, something minor, but still.
Just, I hope the Farbs, like, figure out what's going on over there.
There's a lot of minor things that lead to one major things. You should have said, I lost it. Still, you know, let's keep seeing. Also, you don't want to try to even get a new phone. You just say, it's complicated, don't want to do it, instead of trying it out. You could have said, at least, hey, could you help me at least get a phone? I understand I'm complaining about how much I'm helping you and stuff like that, but this is to the point. Maybe you should have asked me, hey, I can help. I know I promised you I can help, but you never set a specific time or date to be like, hey, could you come here and help me or something like that? Instead, we do other things, and you rely on me going, okay, let's help you. Or when I sit down and do it, you start like saying, okay, it's tiring. And then
hold on, I got people asking me about the Andy stuff.
we do other things as well, stuff like that, or you should have just gotten a new phone. And then let's see. No, we just started talking about the phone. You never told me that you had a December appointment. You just say, they didn't even write that date on the card to begin with, not saying that you had a December appointment at all. And so I was like, okay, cool.
Pretty sure.
I don't know, like, how you could trust it, I'll be honest.
Didn't even write that date on the card to begin with, not saying that you had a December appointment at all. And so I was like, okay, cool.
Pretty sure I said it in person at least. I know that I did mention it.
You mentioned it after the hospital. You, like after the whole thing came out, you're like, oh yeah, I had a second appointment going on. I was like, what the fuck? When did that happen? But then, yeah, going back to my whole thing, I personally think you scam people out of 10K.
Oh, let's go! Yes! Yes, Queen, yes! Thank you for saying something based after all the pontificating of dumb shit. Yes, Birdie scammed $10,000. All of you idiots that donated to this fake disabled retard that got your money scammed from you, I'm happy they scammed you.
I think you did scam people out of 10K. You didn't need to ask for that much if you're not going to use it. Why do you ask for 10K if you're not going to use that 10K? This is emergency, like you said. You can use that 10K. Go get your POTS diagnosed. Go get a therapist.
Did you just hear that? Go get your POTS diagnosed. They don't even know if they have POTS. Did you hear that? Get your POTS diagnosed. So Queen and the rest of them have been running with the idea that Birdie does have it, even though there is no legit diagnosis of POTS. You have to be an idiot to believe anything that Birdie says that they have a disability. A fucking idiot.
Go take Ubers to places and stuff like that when I'm busy. You know how busy I am. You kept pointing out how busy I am.
Y'all should see that video on Twisted Doctor, another artist who was associated with Birdie, who got exposed for inappropriately role-playing with minors. Maybe. I might take a look at that another day.
holding it above my head. I'm busy and I can't drop things off the top of my head. Of course, I'm going to be doing that. You're not busy on the other end. You're laughing in your room, doing nothing or sleeping all day. You can easily go get an Uber and do that. You say your phone's not working. Go get a new phone then. If you can't find your phone, we're trying our best to find it. And I say, oh, I literally can't find it. I haven't told you I haven't found it in my car yet, but still, that's my mom calling. God dang it, Mom. Speaking of it, hold on, let me text her. You also made pay for money while you had money, and you already, like I pointed out, had food, which I already pointed that out. You complained about the nurses about limiting your meds. You're suicidal. Of course, they're going to limit your meds.
Wait, what? How do you complain about the nurses turning around and saying, hey, you're taking too many of these meds. This is actually unhealthy for you. Like, oh my God. Yes, nurses can turn around and say, hey, you need to limit your medication. You actually don't need this many meds. You actually don't need to take this many. That is a nurse telling you that you are over the medicated amount. And Birdie complaining about that is fucking crazy. Yet they care about medical professionals.
Be self-aware. I tell you to be self-aware. You're not being self-aware. You said I was in the past. What made you change? Being self-aware does not stop being self-aware. If you know, if that's what, if you know, you told a lot of us that you would do it again. Your suicide. You gave a mental breakdown, and then you continue to.
You hear that? They would weaponize their suicide to these people that tried to help them. They tried to weaponize their suicide to a group of people that tried to help them. That's fucking crazy. I can't imagine weaponizing suicide to people that you're trying to help. That people that are trying to help you. This is crazy.
Blame her. You probably still blame her. You say that ghosted / dipped on you when she didn't. You could have easily texted her back or something and said you didn't confront her on ghosting part. You didn't even confirm with her if you ghosted.
Who cares if you get ghosted? Everyone should be ghosting Birdie. Nobody should be friends with Birdie. Nobody.
I seen the text. It's literally the last thing you said. Why would Jay need to text you back, especially with the group chat going on? And
I want to send a message to chat. I never 100% believe the creator or the people who criticize them. Do your research first. It's important to think about you assume the worst. No, I will assume the worst about Birdie consistently all the time until I see medical documented proof. I will never believe anything out of Birdie's mouth.
that you can just go into the.
It only affects you for like 10 to 20 seconds after standing. Staying standing won't cause it to worsen. Great.
DMs be like, hey, how are you doing? You ask us to check up on you. You don't check up on us.
I'm gonna kill myself, and it's all your fault that I have to walk up this staircase.
You have a lot of suicide which is what I'm talking about. You talk crap about Jay to us, her best, like literally her besties, basically. And then you publicize your attempts for Twitter. Why? Why are you publicizing it? People screenshotted it. I know you did. While you were almost about to kill yourself over the stairs, you were typing happily on Twitter. You were happily going on Twitter. We were pissed at you for that.
Yeah, imagine a complete narcissistic liar. It says they're going to kill themselves over a staircase and then tweet happy shit. It's almost like they weren't actually going to kill themselves. It's almost like they constantly lie about suicide ideation.
As well. And then the fact I had to stop.
Now, that's a speculation more than anything else, but how they operate, I wouldn't be shocked if they've been lying about their suicidal tendencies.
Stop you. I was sitting right on the bed. You were on the ground, pouring the pills out in front of me. You tried taking a photo, and I was like, what are you doing? You're like, nothing, don't worry about it. Something like that. And then you tried posting.
Wow. So Queen literally witnessed Birdie try to suicide bait in real time. Laid out all the pills right in front of Queen, said it's no big deal, and then posted, I'm going to kill myself. Like, I'm going to kill myself. Like, why does anyone feel the need to defend this person? They're doing this in their 20s. Stop it. Stop giving them excuses.
On Twitter. Why do you think that's fine to your audience of 15-year-olds, 16, 17, minors? There's minors on your public account and said you just blast it all out. Don't blame your BPD on this. BPD only makes you more willing to do something where you don't have a lot of willingness to hold yourself in. You act on your impulses, basically.
What is this? What am I looking at? What does Shamu want?
Come on out, you rapist!
Run right back to me. I need you.
Okay, you know what? Base Shabu. Based. Base Shabu. Base Shabu. So based. So based. Shabu is like one of my favorite Twitter accounts right now. That dude is goated.
And that means you've always wanted.
You know what's crazy is that Cameron still follows me. I unfollowed him like right after Diesel's video, because I didn't know who he was. Like, he was a guy that tweeted at me for the Brad Tay stuff. I thought he had okay takes, so I followed him for a bit. And then I was told later, when the drama started to kick off, that he was like Yandere Dev's protege. And I was like, yeah, I'm unfollowing this motherfucker. And he still follows me, and I constantly retweet shit that's against him, and he still keeps following me.
Wanted to do that. That basically
Cameron, unfollow me. Block me, faggot. I hate you.
it kind of shows that you wanted to do that. I told you about things that you shouldn't do, and then you grumpily set off still, and I basically had to fight for you for that kind of thing.
I don't care if you're a part of the commentary or the animation meme community and you don't like me calling fucking Cameron a slur. I don't care. If you don't like it, go watch someone else.
And then you told me you think of suicide 24/7. That's why we're not going to tell you things. Otherwise, you're going to dump out pills, stuff like that, which is why we're
No, I want him to block me.
telling you things now because you're not dumping out pills right now. But I don't know what's going to happen afterwards. We'll see what happens afterwards. If it's going to make you so bad you're going to kill yourself or something.
I mean, for the record, I do agree with some of this. Like,
So?
there are some that, like, you weren't there for the context.
You weren't there for the context. Someone tell Chris that the gameplay of the Chadverse is safe, like the part of it's censored. I will check it. If it's censored, I'll take a look, but right now we're doing this.
Like how you keep victimizing everyone on your YouTube video and everything. You don't say anything about, I watched your I'm back video. I'm still halfway done because I was literally genuinely so frustrated.
Dude, Dr. House is in chat. What up, House? POTS isn't your vision being blurry when you stand. It's a chronic neurological condition that can affect you up to 10 minutes after initially standing. Dr. House, I have a question for you. How would you treat Birdie?
3 hours of recording about that because I was like, I want to record this to see my reaction. 3 hours, 4 hours, I think, 3 to 4 hours with just, oh, I'm going to go, and we're only an hour in. 4 hours to an hour in. We were fed up with you. Me decided to watch your I'm back video, and we were fed up with how much you've just been pushing everything aside, victim blaming, and not
Youth assault. Thank you, Dr. House. Thank you, Dr. House. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate it. We are listening. Dr. House is here. He's changing lives. He's gonna save Birdie. He's gonna save Birdie.
not taking responsibility.
You know what? I'm gonna put that on the fucking Steam, the stream deck. What is it? The fucking the stream deck. I'm just gonna put that on there. And anytime we're speculating on people's mental health, we're just gonna play the House theme song.
You're blaming Draggy, who's a 13-year-old.
Thank you, Dr. House.
Going back to Draggy again because there's more. You don't admit to it. Instead, you're calling Draggy
I started writing something for myself where I admit that I was wrong in that situation.
But, okay, you admit to yourself that you're wrong in that situation, so why in your I'm back video did you totally bullshit everybody with it?
Oh, you didn't tell us this. How were we supposed to know? We can't read minds.
Yesterday.
I started
and
yesterday.
I didn't think you would care because you're mad at me.
That is ridiculous. Bro, they let you in their home weeks ago. Weeks ago, and you kept hiding shit from them, lying to them, being a complete schizophrenic to them. Like, holy fuck. See, I wish Queen asked about the ferret fetish. See, that would have been Kino.
Do you want to? I'm telling you why I'm mad at you.
Yeah, so I didn't think you would care if I did something like that.
I didn't think you would care because you were already mad at me about me staying in your home and being a mooch to you. Holy shit. Birdie cannot take accountability to save his fucking life.
Then why didn't you take things seriously then? Why didn't you tell me things? I thought you were trying not to hide things from us or something like that. You see how your actions are affecting us as well. You use those exact same excuses. You're in the same boat as we are, and you're not understanding things. Instead, you're getting pissed. I understand why you're keeping those things from me, because I am mad. I am. I'm not going to hold that above your head. Maybe I will. We'll see about that. Speaking of honesty, you're using the same excuses.
More birdie content? Yeah, bro. We're the birdie
More birdie
channel.
content I see. Dark is this child's mind.
Dude, we're just birdieing out, dude. We're becoming a birdie A-log channel.
I use as well. Yeah, and I'm admitting to some of those excuses, but because I'm mad, you're not showing me things for something like that because you're mad yesterday.
Also, by the way, make sure you like and sub. We go live as often as I can here. I appreciate all your generous support today as well. If you're brand new, just subscribe to the channel. Get notifications when I'm going live. We cover all kinds of topics: our community, normal drama, Ethan Hassan, Destiny. It's the only drama going on right now. I cover grifters like Andy Pants, Synthetic Man, Xander Hall, and others. I have a great time on this channel. I think you would like it too.
Should have noticed from basically the start. Draggy was 13. You were 16. That's worse than an HF than Kitty Dog. And you.
Yeah, and Birdie tried to say that Draggy groomed them. like, how did you buy any of that shit?
You know that, and you blame Kitty Dog for it and everything. What Kitty Dog did was horrible and stuff like that. But you don't tell us to go after her and stuff like that. Instead, you're telling us to go after the 13-year-old and that the 13-year-old had a grooming thing, that you would think you were manipulated by the 13-year-old. Anyway, I'm glad if you're going to start changing now. I'm really glad that you are changing, but I'm too mad to realize that right now. So okay. I'm going to say that I am glad that you're admitting, because better late than never, I suppose.
Why would you be okay with that? Why would you be like, yeah, I'm glad you did this, better late than never? Why? Why give them the pass on that? They should have told you this before they basically turned in to your home, became a part of your guys' home, and then you guys had to deal with them. They should have been upfront about everything from the beginning. Why are you letting that pass? I don't get that, Queen. I don't get why you're letting that pass right now. I don't get it. That's insanity to do that. Jesus. Yeah, they need to drink some water. I also need some water. I need some water. The hangover is kind of dying, but it's still there. Dude, I'm a professional. I can still stream, be hungover, and still hold like close to 600 people. Professional shit. Hassan wishes, dude.
But you've hurt so many people in the processes of being okay.
I've been coming to terms with that as well.
Yeah, you should. Speaking of responsibility, which you said you're taking responsibility for Draggy's fault. We'll see how that goes with your new video, if you're posting that out.
I'm fucking sorry. Did I just hear the best news of all time that Birdie is going to upload a comeback video? This is good news, chat. Good news. Holy shit. Yes. Birdie, make that comeback video. Do it. Do it, Birdie. Make the callback. We can be bees.
Whatever you can.
This is good news, Mark. The dumbest meme Diorio has ever fucking made in his entire life, but it's somehow still funny. I will admit it. You guys have been Diorio pilled.
Over. I'm still processing it.
Yeah.
Because I need to, like, never mind. Sorry, my brain fog. I can't think today.
Okay. Don't blame that.
Oh, I have brain fog. I can't remember that. I have brain fog.
And then, speaking of nudes, you have child porn.
Hmm?
I just sat down. Who starts a conversation like this? Who starts a conversation like this? Now listen. I need to clarify this specific situation, okay? Queen is finding out that Birdie at one point used, I believe, Draggy's nudes when they were 13 years old in an animation meme video. They traced over the nudes and used it in their animation meme video, uncensored, in one of Birdie's animation videos. I believe that is the allegation.
Do you have child porn?
Oh, Heimguts, excuse me, not Draggy. Heimguts.
What are you talking about?
When you were young.
What are you talking about? Convenient amnesia. Convenient amnesia. Convenient amnesia. It's Malachi. God, there's so many retards that I have to remember by name. Malachi, excuse me. But what they're talking about, regardless, is using a 13-year-old's nudes in an animation meme video. I got that right, okay? I'm sorry I didn't get the name right, but that is the correct thing that happened.
People sent you nudes, you sent people's nudes, stuff like that, from what I've heard.
We were the same ages, and I didn't say.
We were the same ages. You still disseminated a trace of nudes on YouTube.
I'd like to dedicate this call to my daughter.
Okay.
Save any of them. They actually saved them and posted them on Kiwi Farms and stuff.
Wait, what?
And I didn't save any of them. They actually saved them and posted them on Kiwi Farms and stuff.
I don't believe that Kiwi Farms would host that information. Kiwi Farms would delete that information almost immediately. There's no way Josh Moon would allow that shit to stay on there. And it doesn't matter, in my opinion. Both of you disseminated CP on the internet. What? Like what? But Queen eats it up? Yeah, because everyone that is a part of the fucking retard sphere doesn't know that Kiwi Farms actually has moderation. It doesn't allow that shit.
I don't even know what Kiwi Farms is.
We were both like...
I don't even know what Kiwi Farms is. Oh, you're so innocent.
Me and that person were both like 15. I never saved any of them. I actually deleted all of mine as soon as we broke up, but they saved all of them.
Are you gonna is Birdie not gonna bring up the fact that they use the nudes in an animation meme video? Are they gonna lie about that? Are they gonna lie about that? Are they gonna lie about that? That it sounds like a yes. Go, you're live right now. What the fuck are you doing here?
Okay.
I wouldn't do something like that now. I was 15.
Okay.
I wouldn't do that.
I know. Right now. But still. You got mad at me. You blamed me for missing your appointment last week when I completely forgot about it, which was, yes, my fault. I will admit to that. Stuff like that. But you got mad saying, why didn't you wake me up?
Ace and Goat are dating, Ace told me.
When, yeah, you should have also known that was your appointment because we literally have that down as well. And stuff like that. You should have had that written down as well and said you missed it. I think I even told you the night before, hey, you got an appointment, an important appointment the night before, and then you completely forgot about that. You said you wanted to be independent.
Chris, look on the Discord. I'm afraid. What are you linking me? Iron deficient anemia is also suggested as a possible cause for POTS. Both have very similar effects, almost the exact same, including the blurring of vision when standing at all. The thing is that we can litigate out the POTS shit forever, right? I get what you're doing, but like, we can litigate the POTS shit forever. The problem is that I do not believe that they have POTS.
Yeah. You told us you can't interact with fan art for like that 15-year-old stuff like that. I know a lot of people draw fan art of you and stuff like that. But as soon as you found out that kid was 15 instead of...
Oh, are we bringing up the fact that they're interacting with a child on DeviantArt or whatever the fuck for that hypersexual Sona? Are we really confronting them on it? Here we go.
Owning up to it, saying that was my fault. I should not have looked at it. You said gut wins. Stop making this weird. I didn't privately DM them.
Right there.
Yeah.
There are a few misunderstandings with that.
There are no misunderstandings with that. You saw somebody draw hypersexualized artwork of your hypersexual Sona and their hypersexual Sona. You found out they were a minor and kept talking to them in the comments section and saying, instead of saying, hey, you're a kid, you shouldn't be drawing this stuff, you doubled down and got mad at people that called you out on it. You're lying.
And I do still, like, that was a big mistake that I made, reacting so defensively, which is why I decided to take a break from social media and why I'm continuing to do that, because
You're not taking a break from social media. I keep hearing that you're on Discord all the time. You're not taking a break from social media. If you took a break from social media, you would have a job already. You would have a doctor already. You would actually be out in the world doing things. You're still on social media.
realize I'm not stable enough to run a public account at the place that I'm at mentally right now, and
or ever. How about ever? How about ever, Birdie? How about you never, ever, 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 ever in your life have a public fucking platform? Fucking Christ.
realized that I was getting defensive at this person, and I still did not.
I do want to see the comeback video, though, Goat. Apparently, did you catch that they were talking about doing a comeback video?
Check their profile. I
kind of want to see how they're gonna do it. I want them to say like I'm a Nazi and that I'm like a horrible fascist human being that doesn't believe in their disabilities. I hope that they show that they have disabilities, but they got it only on WebMD.
They were like, I assumed that they were like 16 or 17 because I'm like, yeah, my audience is 16 plus. Like,
but even then,
my audience is 16 plus. Okay, if you're aware that your audience is 16 plus, why are you posting self-harm scars on Twitter and in your OCs and making that public for 16-year-olds and then talking to minors about cutting themselves and getting them involved in it? Like, you're a disgusting person.
that kind of thing, that's an 18 plus thing. Self-harm. But
it's not even 18 plus. I would say it's not normal in general. It's not a thing you should be promoting in general.
Thing that's an 18. Did you just say I didn't know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know posting self-harm scars to an audience of kids and talking about how great self-harming is a bad thing. How do people defend this person? How do people try and make excuses for this person?
I only found out until I saw like posts about it on Twitter.
I only found out until Twitter told me. It's a crazy defense.
And then I realized I fucked up because I didn't even check, and I was getting like all defensive over something really stupid, and I did make a mistake, and I should have checked their profile because they were obsessively making fan art of me, and I didn't think, oh, this is weird. I was just like, oh, it's fan art, I have to comment on it.
Fair enough, but I'm talking about how that stuff, how your entire account, some of your really cute art, yeah, definitely should be. But Seth's Deadly Sin characters, which is 100% 18 plus, you've admitted it to as well. I remember you also admitting it to me as well, saying that, oh, I should probably make some of these 18. Instead, you drew very extreme, like literally almost sex. Just literally, what's the name again? June? Groping.
Another thing, I was the same age as those characters when I drew that stuff.
No one cares! Holy fuck! No one cares if you were the same age as those characters. You are posting them publicly and then doing self-harm OCs to children and then talking to kids about cutting themselves and how cool it is. No one cares.
No, I'm talking about now. This is like now recently. Like this is new Seth. This is new Juno.
My age. Like I aged up the character.
But still, I'm talking about your audience who watches those stuff, looks at those.
Birdie's just like, yeah, but the artwork's not that bad. Queen, no, this is about your audience and what you post to your audience. But I was the same age as those characters.
You have very sexual things that belong on an 18 plus page. Your My Little Pony, really cute. Your derpy stuff, but you post it on there. 100% good. That's good for any ages. But your Seth's Deadly Sin characters you posted about, your extremely hypersexual character you've posted about on stuff, bad. No, keep that away from kids at this point, especially with how gray that area. Just make it 18 plus.
It's not gray. That's not gray. It's not gray. It's not gray. It's black and white. You don't post that shit. You don't glorify cutting yourself. That's not gray. It's not gray. It's not gray.
It's great making 18 plus. Basically kind of make that black and white separation. 18 plus, that's fine.
I do actually think that's a good idea. I don't like having minors in my audience in the first place, so I definitely should just mark everything.
That's a total lie. Total lie. You don't like having minors in your space? That's a lie. Because you have been constantly in DMs of people, children, talking to them about cutting themselves and how good it is for them. You're a liar. 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 Liar.
Is 18 plus. I'll have to mull that over though, because that's like, I'm gonna have to worry about that later because I can't even think about social media right now. I have to focus on other stuff.
Yeah.
which you're not focusing on. I can't even think about social media right now. I need to focus on other stuff. What are you focusing on? You're doing nothing. You sit there with the $10,000 that you haven't done shit. Woo!
If he doesn't like having minors in his space, why did he have them in his 2023 server lul?
Because they are a liar. A liar. Goat, a liar. They're trying to lie to Queen right now.
Yeah, but people want change now, too, as well.
There are other things that are priorities right now, like calling the apartment, checking...
It is not hard. Okay, I'm so fucking annoyed right now. It is not hard to call for apartments to do open viewings. It's not difficult. You sit on the computer for 3 hours, 3 hours, and you go through every single apartment listing that you can, shoot emails to every apartment listing or phone call them. Takes 10 minutes to really get everything done if you're fast over it. Like, it's not difficult. Finding an apartment's hard, but contacting the apartments is not.
Emails. I don't know what.
Checking the emails is like the hardest thing ever. Guys, did you know how hard it is to check email? You know, you can go on your phone. Watch. I'm going to do it right now. On my phone. I'm going to show you. Whoa, watch. Click. Email pulls up. Whoa! 2 seconds. I just checked my fucking email. Like,
else. I haven't been able to think today, but I do.
I haven't been able to think today. My brain fog.
I have been trying to prioritize other things because I know that if I focused on the internet right now, I would spiral, and I know that I do not need to do that right now.
Then you shouldn't even be on the internet. You shouldn't. At that point, just don't be on the internet anymore. Stop being on the internet. Find a job. Get your GED. You have money. 10K to serve you through. Stuff like that.
Yeah, get your GED. They don't even have their fucking high school diploma. What a pathetic life. Now, I understand that some people drop out and get their GEDs later. I'm actually really happy for people that do that. But, like, in Birdie's case, I find it so funny that they don't even have, like, a high school diploma or even a GED at the age of 20 with how pathetic their life is.
Get your GED or something.
Yes, Birdie and Fallen Chungus are literally almost one for one.
It's just because you have disabilities.
They don't have disabilities.
Doesn't mean you can't do it. You just don't want to do it.
Yes, Queen, yes.
The difference. Because there's a lot of people out in the world who have disabilities worse than yours too. Yes. I'm not going to say that they're worse.
And they have
Everyone's
jobs.
worse
And they have jobs.
It's just that
And they have jobs. They don't do this crazy shit. Here's an example. Crip Daddy. Rest in peace, my homie Crip, bro. That motherfucker lived in a wheelchair his whole life. He couldn't even move. He struggled with his life. He had to go everywhere driven in a van. He couldn't even breathe properly. Going to the doctors almost every other fucking day. And fucking he became a stand-up comedian, went to festivals, got a job, helped take care of his family, doing the internet. You could do it. Crip Daddy is literally the best fucking example of an individual with the worst disabilities imaginable, making the best thing work. How did he die? I believe he died in his sleep.
Can do it. You just don't.
Ricky Berwick, another great fucking example.
Want to, and it's becoming too late. That's the thing. There's sometimes time limits to things. When you start doing things and stuff like that, there's just basically time limits where people just break their psyche. You told me that we're breaking your psyche. You're also breaking all of our psyches because you're doing everything where we just...
Crip Daddy was on Jontron.
Yeah, true. Crip Daddy went on Jontron. Crip Daddy went to the fucking Festival of the Juggalos with Brandon fucking Buckingham. It was based. Is that how Chris chooses to deal with hangovers? Fuck you. Also, Beckett, I'm gonna pill Beckett on Andy Pants. I'm gonna red pill Beckett on Andy Pants lore. We're gonna do a stream on that one day. Beckett, you need to learn about Andy. You need to. I'm gonna red pill you, especially with the update that just happened today.
Where you just sometimes can't come back from it.
You're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like it. You're too much of a liberal soy cuck loser, bro. Andy's content is made to trigger liberals like you.
This part right here is getting so bad where you just literally can't come back from this. You're basically worse than Cindy. You are. you are becoming worse than Cindy. You
Don't worry, Bane. We'll go over it eventually once I confirm everything.
realize too late, stuff like that, for too many things. Even then, I don't know how to believe your words because you said that gaslighting is fun.
Well, you literally. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Cindy, you are becoming worse than Cindy. You realize too late, stuff like that, for too many things.
Okay, here's like a nuclear fucking take. I'm gonna go nuclear on this one. Cindy Bear is not as bad as Birdie. I'm gonna be honest. Cindy Bear's a groomer. Cindy Bear's a freak. Cindy Bear's a liar. Cindy Bear's all these things. But, like, there's something more depraved and disgusting when it comes to Birdie. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it. At least Cindy Bear didn't attempt to molest an animal. Free the ferret, dude.
Even then, I don't know how
Well, the ferret is freed. It's dead. It's fucking dead.
to believe your words.
Cindy Bear can hold a job. Cindy Bear. Yeah, Birdie attempted to molest their ferret.
Because you said that gaslighting
No, yeah, Cindy's still a disgusting piece of human trash. Nobody's taking that away from them. But if I had to rank them on the scale of who's more degenerate, Birdie is like a mile past Cindy Bear.
is fun to me. You said that you can pretend to do things. How can I trust your word? You've lied to us so many times.
Can I stop you right there at that one too? I only meant in the context of like, I don't think you understood properly because it's not something that people do like as a joke, but I'll be like, oh yeah, this, did you know that, let me think of an example. Do you know that James Corden was in SpongeBob? That's like, that's what I was talking about. I do not.
Birdie's just like, yeah, I like to gaslight people. Queen confronts them on this. Birdie goes, well, I'm not talking about like actual gaslighting. I'm talking about telling people stupid shit and making them believe it. Which you like to gaslight people, which isn't gaslighting. It's just you making up shit. Like, you're just lying.
Not try to intentionally lie to people. And I know that I've lied to you.
You intentionally lie all the time. Stop.
And I'm still processing that. Yesterday I realized that I'm wrong and I'm starting to process it. But the process is a process and I have to.
Beckett, can you bully Lio for me to drop the call already, by the way? It's not Birdie related, but can you bully Lio for me? Thanks.
I'm doing one thing at a time, and again, my brain fog today. I can barely form sentences, but like, go ahead.
You were having
I can barely form sentences, but a brain fog.
happily fun on Discord right there and then. Before any of this happened, I was listening to you laughing off over there. Yeah. Just having fun, which I understand it is okay to laugh off and stuff like that. And I understand it's fine to do that kind of stuff.
With that person, the things I've had revelations about.
I've had revelations. Birdie and the word revelations do not mix.
Yeah, cool. Great. Yeah, but it's becoming too late. You've said all these things to us, and now you're just finally realizing the gravity of your situation. Did someone tell you your actions, how bad it was? Why does it take someone else to tell you how bad your actions are sometimes? Like, I understand, I should not be making that as a thing, because sometimes it is, sometimes someone...
No, you should. 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 You literally should. You should tell them, hey, it's fucking stupid of you that you can't recognize your faults as a human being. Normal human beings are able to discern when they're doing wrong. Queen, stop giving them an out.
To tell you. But the thing is that you've gone through these types of situations before. You should have known better. You've had people manipulate you. You got pissed at the same things that we're getting pissed at you for. And yet here you are making some excuses for some things and stuff like that.
No, they're making excuses for all things. It's not some excuses. It's all excuses. Everything out of Birdie's mouth is a fucking excuse, a lie, a misrepresentation. There's nothing deeper than that.
And you've even admitted right now that you have lied to me. Of course, I'm not going to take you very seriously for those.
You shouldn't take them seriously at all. You let them into your home with your friends and family. You should not be taking them seriously at all. Stop.
Kinds of stuff. I literally heard you talk about your mom right then and there. But then again, I didn't hear the whole conversation.
Wait.
So.
Oh, we were talking about, like, it wasn't anything serious. It was just, like, my mom talks really weird. She says, like, yo, and, like, dad, yo.
Yeah, I remember you said that to me. But still.
How is that a problem? Like, who cares that the mom says yo and daddy yo? Like, who gives a shit? Like, oh my god. I think Queen makes out because Birdie lives with them. I don't know.
it's just bad. Because, like...
Bro, how many more years will Birdie drama go? Forever. Because Birdie is Chris Chan. Birdie is the new generation's Chris Chan. You want to know how I know that? Because everyone defends Chris Chan the same way that they defend Birdie.
Serious conversations need to have serious topics, stuff like that.
That wasn't a
Birdie drama, 1,000 years of Birdie drama, Toastify. 1,000 years. 1,000 years Birdie drama. 1,000 years. 1,000 years. I better be in the big... I want to be in, like, one of the Birdie videos as top A-log. I want to be the... I want to be the next fucking, what's his name? Gino Samuels of Birdie.
serious conversation.
I won't dedicate my whole channel to it like he did, because that's stupid, but like...
No.
You told me that it was a serious conversation. Well, you didn't say it in your words.
We've been talking about really serious stuff, but, like, we just decided, like, why don't we watch something tonight, and then we can keep talking tomorrow. So.
That's fair enough. That is...
How about we watch TV and just kind of, like, relax after I confirmed to you that I lied to you, that I confirmed to you that I'm a piece of shit, that I confirmed to you that it's hard for me to check emails, that I confirmed to you that I just straight up made up everything I've ever told you. Let's just watch a movie and forget about this and talk tomorrow instead of just grilling them harder. Okay.
Fair enough. Yeah, I already talked to you about Squirt. Don't think you will ever probably get Squirt back.
Yes,
so
they should not have an animal. They will rape the animal.
Keep that in your mind. And I know you killed yourself over Squirt. I'm hoping you do not. I really
not going to say it.
They don't, but you said that you weren't going to kill yourself, so I'm taking your words seriously. You said you're not going to kill yourself. I'm going to say this right here and then. You're probably, high likely, not going to get Squirt. Anyway, you've been disrespecting a lot of people. You've been disrespecting so many people, which I can't remember. Draggy as well. The fact that you have to get completely hated on for you to realize that your problems were a problem. You basically, you're walking around in front of his parents in his underwear, which I understand.
Yeah, Quaid does sound like a 40-year-old smoker, dude.
That
I can't believe I'm doing this hungover. How long have we been live for? Almost 2.5 hours. What the fuck am I doing?
I know you don't
What am I doing?
even understand that. Like, I don't think you do this in front of anyone's parents. You don't walk out into the public with just your underwear. You don't walk out in front of just random people's parents, just your underwear.
I'm sorry, they did what? They did what? I'm sorry, excuse me. His dick was out. His dick was out! Walking around in front of family members, his dick was out!
You told Lauren that you were uncomfortable with going in through her fridge, but yet you were fine and dandy going through his house in an underwear, down the stairs with ramen, and then when you get food, you go back up and hide in the stairs, stuff like that.
Dude, imagine this disgusting fat creature comes down your staircase, lumbering down, and you just hear like the fucking shock waves of every step. And the fat is just like making noise as it's going down. It's breathing heavily because it can't handle a single flight of stairs because it believes it has POTS, but it doesn't. And it comes down and just groans at you and goes, Robin. Just only in its underwear, grabs food off of the table, looks at the mother and goes, food, and just crawls up the stairs again, leaving a trail of slime behind. You know what? Fucking MeatCanyon should make a animation of Birdie. See, that would be a good MeatCanyon video.
And we have to basically be like, hey, you want to hang out before you go out and actually hang out with us and stuff like that.
See, that would be a great MeatCanyon video. Instead of MeatCanyon trying to enter his opinion on the Ethan Hazard Destiny drama like a retard, he should draw animation of Birdie being a disgusting creature.
Woo! Back for the Bloody Mary
thank
fund.
you.
Take care of yourself, Chris.
Appreciate the Bloody Mary fund.
Because you go, I'm bored or something like that. And then you kept the lights on all night so she couldn't sleep, but that's just being very inconsiderate of others. You've been inconsiderate of so many people.
What scares me, knowing that someday Birdie is going to be some 40-year-old, if he makes it there, he won't, and still uses demon/cat pronouns, still has an internet addiction, still jobless. They're going to die alone, and I don't care.
I know we came to an agreement about the lights, but I genuinely can't.
Which doesn't hold above your head, but the fact that she was mainly mentioning the lamp, which I can't speak for.
Oh, the lamp. I thought you meant the room lights, because I did used to sleep with room lights on. Never mind.
Yeah.
How are you a 20-year-old still sleeping with lights on? Like a nightlight? How are you an adult? How are you an adult? Using lamps and light to still sleep. Grow the fuck up.
But still, that even with the situation, because that's with and stuff like that, I can't talk for her. You're just being inconsiderate of so many people, being disrespecting so many people. And I remember I was like, oh, we're turning on the big lights. And you're like, yeah, I have dispersive flares, which is basically like, not gaslighting. That's just, which is basically like, we're turning on the big lights. And you're like, yeah, I have dispersive flares, which is basically.
I just have passive flares, so they can't handle bright lights. Like, oh my God, this person is so pathetic.
Basically like, not gaslighting. That's just, what's that word again? Guilt tripping, basically. That's the amount of guilt trip, like little guilt trips start piling up to big guilt trips. You've guilt tripped us about so many things. That's saying like big things where we have to panic and start doing things from you. And you've had.
According to Deep Sea Monster, Birdie also free bleeds. Don't make me do that. Because like I'm holding back like the hangover stuff. Don't make me do that. Don't make me think of that. That's fucking gross.
Experiences.
Don't make me think that. Don't make me think that. I'm gonna throw up. Oh God, the last of the alcohol will come up. Don't make me. Oh God. Oh. I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up. The hangover mixed with that information is not sitting well.
Your suicidal attempts were just for show, so you can make the other person do something for you. And then you stopped when I called the cops.
Excuse me, they called the cops on what?
You've had experiences where your suicidal attempts were just for show, so you can make the other person do something for you.
Yes, it's called suicide baiting.
And then you stopped when I called the cops.
Yeah, it's called an attention grab.
So, yeah. Don't know if you stopped because I called the cops, or did you stop because you realized I was fucked up? And it could either be both. It really could be. And then you continue to ask others to spend money before spending your own. Like, you asked me for $5. I understand that you were out of $5, but you could have immediately went to do that solution because I was like, oh, I...
Do they not, like, have a debit card or something? How do you not have $5? How do you not have $5 on a debit card? Like, I don't get you. How don't you have a PayPal card? Whoa!
Birdie makes himself sound like he is a shaking chihuahua that would keel over if he had tap water.
Yeah, which is all fake. It's all in their head.
I did. I said that, like, I didn't communicate it, but I was like, just in case I can't get it over, because I don't know if I can with this phone, but I'm going to try, and I tried, and I got it to work.
Yeah, you should have done that first before asking me for the $5 bill.
True. Okay, Queen's got him there.
And then showed me I can't do this. Then I would have tried my best to help you. But instead, you asked me for the $5 first, which is super inconsiderate, and, which is what...
I can just imagine being, like, next to Birdie, and just, like, they come to me, and they're like, Chris... I need $5. And I'm going to say, where's your wallet? I don't have it. You don't have a phone? Well, I do. It's just not working right now. Okay. Do you have Venmo? Yeah. Try that? No. PayPal? No. Can you pay me through Ko-Fi? No. Okay, then you're not getting your $5. Fuck you. Like, fuck off, bitch. You're not getting $5.
Cass is saying is super inconsiderate. I personally would.
Literally, even Xander Hall has $5 in his PayPal account. Isn't that crazy?
I was like, okay, cool.
You know what's crazy? Xander Hall's stacking on wins. He has more money than Birdie, and he has more money than the quartering and less debt.
Cool, but I found that pissy. I was getting upset myself, too, because I was like, speaking of masking, you act like you're okay, and yet sometimes when you think you're acting like you're okay, I think I'm going insane. Like, you just sitting here, just being, I guess, normal. That's not a good word for that. You are listening. We should, yeah, fair.
This is me processing things.
Fair.
They're not listening to you. They literally, Queen, when they were acknowledging the whole art segment aspect that you were bringing up to them, they weren't listening once. They just made shit up. They just made shit up. Like, they're not listening. I'm missing so much lore. Who's Xander Hall? Just watch my channel.
And I keep
look up anything with Xander Hall in it. You'll find a fun cow to deal with.
mentioning the brain fog. It's actually impairing me at this point, but like
The brain fog is impairing me. I'm dying slowly in a vat. I'm dying slowly, chat. Oh, I can't gift more memberships? What?
Don't know. I can't form
Did
sentences,
they take that away from YouTubers? That's crazy. I don't even see the option.
but I'm listening, and it's going in my brain. Just know that. I'm hearing the words. They're going in my head.
Okay. And then about the pretending and masking.
I wanted to give like 10 people memberships so they don't have to deal with the ads, but like it won't let me.
You have your little resentment quips. You've told me about them, how...
What is a resentment quip? That doesn't make any sense. So anytime that somebody says anything that Birdie doesn't like, they try to like downplay it or like hurt them in a verbal manner. Like that's what I assume that is.
You've, how you've did all that for those kinds of things, and that you were building it up. Why not just say it right when you're angry or something like that? Instead, you're like, oh, I was just building up, I was just masking, I was just pretending. Why are you pretending? That breaks my trust, and that's why I can't believe you for most of these things, because you say you're going to do this, and then you just don't do it. Those kinds of things. And then you said that you weren't going to kill yourself with the cops, and then you haven't, which I'm very happy, but...
Yeah, I'm Queen. I'm going to be honest. You should be happy. like, come on. They would have been out of your life for good. Like, come on, dude.
It's just too coincidental for those kinds of things. Like I said, there's just a lot of things in your past that you've repeated, and we're wondering, what are you repeating behind closed doors? Because we're not in your closest inner circle. We're on the outer circle. What do you have in your inner circle that you want to hide? Why'd you kick us out of that group chat? What are you trying to hide? When I said that was a wrong move for you to kick us out of the Rhine, go to Guatemala.
Oh, thank you, Gene. You didn't have to gift 5. Thank you to the gifted membership so far. You guys are awesome. Thank you to everybody that's donated today as well.
That was the wrongest move.
You did not have to do that, Gene.
Ever.
I was just trying to figure out why it wasn't working.
Why did you kick us out? You could have just made a new group chat for those things instead of you decided to go, you know what, boot you out.
The reason they booted you out is because they don't want you to see what they're doing in there. It's obvious. It's like so fucking obvious.
Why'd you do that?
Oh, wait, was that hypothetical or an actual question?
Was that hypothetical? How was that hypothetical? That whole sentence, that whole monologue by Queen was not hypothetical. What the fuck?
Oh, wait, was that hypothetical or an actual question?
Actual question, why did you do that?
Let me try to remember. Sorry, give me 1 second.
Are you just coming up with an excuse at this point? Are you just coming up with an excuse at this point? It typically does not take people that long to remember.
I was done. I was waiting for you. Sorry.
I should have said something. That was my fault. But I guess that was your fault because I can't read minds. Anyway, continue on.
Yeah, it's literally just playing dumb. It's actually just playing dumb, newbie. It really is. Notice how they said that, and now Queen's moving on instead of, like, reiterating it.
Fuck, I'm so sorry. I'm not usually like this.
Yes, you are!
Oh, yeah, there's something about... I felt like continuing to argue would do more damage than I've already done, and I decided the friendships are beyond repair at this point. I don't want to make things worse. I don't want to hurt people worse. I don't want to keep arguing. I didn't know what else I should have done. I should have said something, obviously.
You should have been an adult and taken care of yourself and stop making your problems everyone else's problems. Woo!
When are we going to switch to live streaming VCs?
I don't know. Never.
I need to work on my impulse control, but my intentions were, I don't want to hurt you guys anymore, so I'm trying
It's Queen. Queen's molesting the mic.
to keep my distance now.
Mute. Make a new group chat.
I'm trying to keep my distance now. You guys picked up on how much of a shitty person I am, so I need to, like, not apologize and just isolate myself. Such a shitty person.
Boom, done and simple. Make a new group chat without, complain about us, something like that. Instead, you decided to kick us out, and you haven't added us back. Instead of being like, I'm sorry.
We still have DMs. I didn't know you would have wanted another group chat.
No, I'm saying add us back to Ryan to go to Guatemala.
Why do you still want to go back?
If you want to make a new group chat, you can, but...
How old's Birdie? 20. 20 years old. Birdie is 20. Like, we're not dealing with a fucking kid here.
Why are you keeping me from going inside the Rhines to go to Guatemala?
No, look, I mean, I don't care. What? I'm not...
I'm not respecting its pronouns. I don't care. Birdie is just like a disgusting creature that I don't have any respect for.
Hiding anything.
Then why are you asking me, why do I want to go back to Guatemala?
I genuinely want to understand why. Like, I thought...
Because...
I was trying to say... I was literally just saying, like... It feels like things are beyond repair at this point, and I want to stop doing it.
So you didn't even make the attempt. Things are so beyond repair that you won't even make an attempt to work with the people that not only housed you, but helped you get away from the city bear stuff. You don't even want to try. You just want to say, fuck it, I'm done.
Damage.
Yes, thank you, Two Bears. These people need to stop enabling this bitch. They do.
And I need to work on myself while I'm away from you guys.
And you're so grateful that you're not working with because I am a dumbass. And I'll keep repeating that for those kinds of things. But still, I told you, I was like, that was a wrong move and stuff like that. I even said that you said, we'll see, but I'm not here to argue with Cass. That is not arguing you. That is you.
I feel like you respect pronouns when you respect the person.
I feel like you respect pronouns when you respect the person, which I disavow on principle,
Okay.
but it's also funny, so have money ick.
Yeah, thank you, Bug.
What's the right word?
But like, I don't respect. Here's my examples, right? If you are on a level of ChrisChan or Birdie, I do not respect your pronouns. First off, I will never respect ChrisChan's pronouns because ChrisChan is a false transition. It is totally fake. Totally fake. Totally fake transition. I do not care what anyone says. And then Birdie is transitioned into Lucifer. I'm sorry. I don't respect that either.
Being wrong, you being in the wrong and you just double downing. You being in the wrong and just double downing. I'm showing you proof instead you kick us out. Instead of saying, hey, I'm not going to talk anymore and just mute the group chat and leave. Not even leave the group chat. You don't have to leave. Instead, you could have just, you could have just left the group chat yourself. Instead, you've done that before.
Don't bring up the fact ChrisChan's going to be a parent. I'm going to kill myself.
You've left group chats when you get upset at things. Why did you kick us out instead? You could have just left yourself. Instead, you kicked us out.
Yes, ChrisChan literally became trans just to get with lesbian women because they were failing to get straight women. Yet people will sit there and basically go, oh my God, they're bullying a trans person. No, they're not. Nobody's bullying ChrisChan because they're trans.
Wait, sorry, was that rhetorical or?
That was the question. Well, instead of leaving yourself, why'd you kick us out?
I felt like you guys,
They have
Okay, yeah.
They have no response to that. It's like, hey, how come you didn't try
ChrisChan was
working
quite
with us?
literally trolled into transitioning, so in my opinion,
It
it
doesn't
just
count.
doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
I'm sorry.
It doesn't count. It doesn't count.
That's the same thing I said before. I didn't want to keep doing any more damage. I felt like if the conversation continued, I would say something I regretted, and that was just the first thing my mind went to. And again, I need to work on my impulse control.
Okay, ChrisChan is not pregnant currently, but he said he's trying to have a child with the Shutterfly person. Flutterfly? What the fuck is the name of his girlfriend?
Didn't come to that conclusion at that time quite yet.
Then why are you being so defensive? Sorry to interject, but why are you being so defensive with me saying, just add us back?
Because they've been talking shit about you this entire time and they don't want you to see it. That's why. Flutter, thank you.
I thought, aren't you guys, done with me? Or, not even in, oh, you guys are done with me, but, haven't I done enough damage?
He's not having a kid! He wants to have a kid.
Why do you still try to care about me?
Yes, ChrisChan has a girlfriend. Did you not know that? How many of you in chat right now just found out that ChrisChan has a girlfriend? Learning that from me. How many of you just learned that? Ones in the chat if you just found out ChrisChan has a girlfriend. It's a lot of ones. That's a lot of ones. That's crazy. This is your first time finding out about this. That's crazy.
I want to go slam my head into a
Is it Barb?
fucking wall at this point. What do you think? Why do you still care? Why do you still care about me? What do you...
I genuinely just don't understand why,
Because that's who we are as people. We're trying to make sure you're...
Wait, so Queen goes, we still care about you as a human being, which is retarded for Queen to care. And Birdie's just like, what do you mean you still care about me? You know what's crazy is that Birdie just jumped. Jumped to the immediate acknowledgement that these people hate them. Instead of working through it, they tried to just fuck everyone over. That's pathetic. This is somebody that cannot have real relationships with people.
You're not helpless. And then here you are saying, you don't help me enough. You don't...
Yeah, this confrontation's terrible. Queen doesn't know how to confront Birdie. Birdie's just lying through their ass. And when Birdie's lying, Queen doesn't know that they're lying and just moves past it.
You don't do this, you don't do that. Sometimes I'm trying to prove you wrong, and here you are proving me right.
Yeah, ChrisChan does have a lot of competition. No, ChrisChan is not a dad now.
a lot of times. I still care about you. I've never said to you in person that I was done. I said I was about to be done. You're breaking me and my limits, but whoever is telling you I'm officially done with you is wrong. I say I'm about to, depending on what you're doing, but it sounds like you have incriminating things in that group chat that you don't want us to see.
I agree with that. You know what? Now I agree with Queen again. Queen pointed it out there. Queen was like, hey, you definitely have shit in that group chat that you don't want us to see. Okay, Queen.
I mean, I can add you back if you want to be added back.
I would love to be added back, but
Is this still a friendship? What do
Felix, it's bullshit. He wants a child. I know Chris Chan wants a kid. I know that. Deep in my soul. He wasn't kidding.
even is this at this point?
I don't even know at this point. You don't even need to add me back, but I'd love to be added back. But I don't care at this point. I understand you're confused why I'm asking to be added back, but you didn't even answer my question on why. What even was the question beforehand? It was something because
How do you not remember what you just said 5 seconds ago, Queen? Now you're making me hate you again.
No, it's not the why did you kick us out because you answered that. It was basically why did you?
Why didn't I leave myself?
Yeah.
It was.
You've done that before.
It was an impulsive response.
It was an impulse. Okay, with every single Birdie fucking drama, how many times, guys? How many people have been following the Birdie drama since like years and years and years now? And every single time that Birdie gets into drama, it's always an impulsive response as to why things get worse. It's never them just being a fuck up. It's always impulsive. Allowing Chris Chan to reproduce his child abuse? Yes. Yes, it is.
And what I'm trying to process in my brain, I'm trying to unpack all of my behaviors.
I'm trying to unpack all of my behaviors. You have had 6 years to do this. 5 years. I don't even know how long. Like a decade maybe to get this done. And you have failed miserably to do the basics of just seeing a therapist.
That I let things get too out of hand because every time a traumatic situation happens, I just turn into an asshole, and I have to unlearn that every time. And I'm trying to unlearn it. I'm trying to unlearn it again.
Okay, then go see a therapist. Use the $10,000 to find a fucking therapist, you lazy fuck.
I'm trying.
I don't believe a word out of Birdie's mouth that they are trying unless they show proof that they have a therapist.
I just don't want to hurt people around me right now. I don't think it's good to be talking to you guys right now in the state that I'm in. I should have realized that sooner, but yeah.
The fact that you've also said you keep repeating it over and over and over again. At this point, you just need to go into inpatient care. At this point, you just need to go.
Yes, go to inpatient care. Get locked up. Get locked up. Get locked up. Get locked up. Inpatient care. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Do it. Institutionalize yourself. I want to see Birdie living on Shutter Island level fucking craziness. Yes.
See physical help. Just be like, it's gone way too much. This is a repeating pattern over and over and over again. Go to inpatient care. Literally go to the ER and being like, I'm going to go into patient care. Please help me.
Birdie does not suffer from learned helplessness, but Birdie suffers from self-diagnosed retardation. To the ward with you! To the ward!
If you realize that you need help, the nurses are giving you help. If you need me to drop you off tonight or something like that, I can drop you off at the ER tonight so you can go to inpatient care. You can think of that. Go to inpatient care. Try that out. They'll help you. They'll make sure you're medicated for you to regulate these responses. Instead, you rely on your trauma to do things. I'm pointing things out to Jade. Jade's super, not misogynist. What's the word? Misogynist. Not misogynist. It's the word where women hate men or people just hate men. Yeah. Because she has trauma for that. And she's literally, now she's gone through her trauma and she doesn't hate all men anymore for those kinds of things. Because she's realizing a pattern, and I'm pointing out to her, and she's a lot more understanding. I understand you realize that we're a lot more to bite off than you can chew. Then you know this. Go seek more professional help. A therapist is not going to cut because you're just going to go back into your house and be all by yourself again. You need to go into inpatient care at this point. Try it out.
Yes, get locked up. This is the one thing that me and Queen are 100% on board with. Lock this bitch up. Lock this bitch up. Hashtag Birdie, what's the hashtag I want to do? Just say lock Birdie up. It's time to lock Birdie up. Hashtag lock up Birdie. Throw them in inpatient care. Get them in a crazy loony bin. Don't allow them out again.
or something at this point, because you're hurting too
Cage the bird! Cage the bird!
many relationships. Because, like your grandma said, you burned your bridges. You're burning your bridges even now. This is a repeated offense. You didn't cut me.
That's why I'm confused as to why you still want to talk to me.
Because I want.
Because you're living with her friends and you are a fucking leech. That is why Queen is still talking to you.
You to at least change before I dip and leave.
Okay, I will. Like, I try. I mean, I'm trying now. Do you believe me?
I'm slowly believing you. Like I said, you're lucky.
Why are you believing this? Birdie has done nothing to show proof that they are changing. And Birdie goes, don't you believe me that I'm really trying here? And you just go, yeah, I'm kind of believing you. Why? Why would you believe that when you know that they're a known liar? See, now I hate Queen again.
To be dealing with me instead of those two.
I know it seems convenient, but I just started reflecting. This is the first time I've cried in months. So
Yeah, they're crying.
yeah, something is clearly different with me.
Something is clearly different with me. Yes, you are literally and unironically the sole. You are the poster child for the most deranged individuals that are coming up in this next generation that need to be institutionalized.
I realized something about myself that it changes a lot. I'm sorry.
You're good.
I realized I lined up behaviors in my head, and I thought,
you know what's crazy is that they're like trying to explain, oh, I lined up behaviors in my head. I know that I'm a shitty person now. The problem is that when they say they lined up behaviors, they're looking it up on WebMD. $100 down on that.
Why this isn't something a normal person would do. Normal people don't have these thought processes. What's going on? And so I tried to look into
You're just a shitty person that doesn't reflect on shit. That's all it is.
it, and I'm not going to tell you what disorder it is, but I have another mental disorder that I...
No, you don't! I have a mental disorder, but I'm not going to tell you what the mental disorder is. Where's the therapist that gave you that disorder? Where? New disorder just dropped. Another disorder has hit the towers.
I match all of the criteria, and it's one of those evil abusers disorders, and
They are literally looking this up on WebMD. This is WebMD. They have no idea what they're fucking talking about.
That drink of water.
That drilled it into my head, okay?
Don't drill it into your head.
Huh? I said that's what made me drill into my head, that I need to focus on what I'm doing.
WebMD really taught Birdie to stop being a shitty person.
I need to make changes. I found that out yesterday. I looked it up yesterday.
There it is! They looked it up. WebMD called it. WebMD called it. Called it! Oh, no. No, Xander Hall, you did not just upload a video called Streaming as a Transphobia Problem and put Rev Says Dessous, Asmongold, and Kershey in the thumbnail. You've got to be kidding me. I'm sorry.
Your editor is about to be punished on RFC Mania.
Good, fuck him. I hope he gets. I hope Connor just destroys him. All right, hold on. See. Let's see how my editor's doing. Let's see how one of my editors is doing.
All right, we're setting. I'll set up the camera, and then we'll migrate outside.
I'll migrate outside.
Is that confusing?
He's still on the ground.
I love you, buddy.
We're voting.
I'm keeping my nuts covered. I'm not. No tap backs, bro.
Yep, that's confusing. That's my editor.
No. Only me.
Confusing. What are you doing?
Who is sitting on the floor? That's confusing opinion, everybody.
What are you doing? I'm sorry. Well, once confusing gets punished, I'll put it up again.
Okay.
I'm not going to use it as an excuse, because I don't even want to say, like, what it is. Like, I haven't been telling people. Like, I told them, but that's because, like, I asked if I could talk to them. Sorry. Dude, I literally haven't cried in months. I don't know this.
I haven't cried in months. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. That is a complete lie. Complete, utter lie. Okay? I don't believe that. You're constantly crying. You're a constant crier.
It's like I said, something changed. Something changed in my head yesterday.
Oh, yesterday. Very convenient. The day before that you get confronted on this, very convenient. Very convenient. Very convenient. Very convenient.
Got it.
Yeah, literally. They went from crying to be like, well, I haven't cried in months. That's crazy. New personality dropped.
I'm gonna go drink water more again.
It's okay if you don't believe me, because I keep going back and forth. Oh, I can handle this, and then I can't. Oh, I can do this, and then I'm lying.
So I'm right and you're wrong?
Yeah.
Cool, good to know.
I told you everything changed yesterday.
My God, Confusing looks so autistic. I'm looking at Confusing on my side monitor right now. My God. The man is so autistic.
Could have at least told me that. I would have been sure. Because the thing is that...
Do you want me to talk with you about it? I'm sorry, I guess...
Your Confusing opinion looks like more of a fat autistic version of Papa X. I saw that, Shogun. You can't hide that.
Confused about this stuff.
I don't know if I can handle this by myself, or kind of like that. I think generally you need to be in inpatient care if you're realizing you're that bad, like not that bad as in like bad guy, but like if your disorders are that bad, then yes, inpatient care. I understand you have trauma with it. I understand, but you can at least give it a try. Try out new inpatient cares.
They're never going to try any of that. They're going to fucking stay there and just wilt away and die, Queens. It's not even worth giving them advice.
Always going to be a good inpatient care or a bad inpatient care. There's always going to be both, those kinds of things. Just like how there's good people, bad people, great people. There's also in-betweens as well.
Just pure trauma maxing.
So, that's up to you at that point. I think I will. I don't even know. I'm going to go talk. We're going to figure things out. Do you want to talk in private, or do you want to talk? Or have you had your heart set on things?
I feel like my trust has been broken, and
I feel like my trust has been... Wait, who was that?
Or have you had your heart set on things?
Okay, so this is another individual with them.
I feel like my trust has been broken, and I don't think I can live with you anymore.
I understand. I'm gonna call the apartment on Monday.
And I was hoping you could get a hotel for the time being.
Yeah.
So this is them kicking him out. Yes. That's Jane. Okay. Thank you. Got it. No, Queen sucks. I'm better.
Just while you're waiting to hear back from the apartment, and then.
Oh, hi, Crystal.
I can give you all your stuff.
I'm watching on the side screen for when Confusing gets raped.
Now, or we can give you.
Probably not now.
Probably gonna wait because I would be in a hotel.
That's fine. If I could just get the keys. I can't.
Are they shooting Confusing with airsoft guns?
Do this. It's very overwhelming.
I
There's a lot of stuff, and I'm sorry to do this too because I know you're very overwhelmed right now. But it's just.
I know you guys are too. I know. It's okay.
I just don't want to be a part of anything.
It's okay. You don't.
You hear Birdie? They're being like, "It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to be friends with me. You don't have to be close to me. You don't have to be near me anymore." But then we'll whine, complain, moan, bitch, and cry that they don't have friends and they don't have people that care about them. Like, bruh.
Have to be. I was about to say, it's okay if you guys don't want to talk to me ever again, or if you don't want to see me anymore. It's okay.
I have a feeling.
Why is everyone in the house so insufferable? Because they're all fucking, retards that got way too over their heads.
We're going to go hip hip hooray to that. Personally, I don't know if you're purposely guilt-tripping me, or personally not.
Dude, I haven't cried in, I don't know how long, but, that was real.
That is so crazy to be like, I haven't cried in forever, but I totally, 100%, not joking, I cried right here. That is insanity.
I didn't mean to do that. I didn't want to do that even. I'm trying not to.
So, you know that you're worse than Cindy at this point.
Oh! Oh! Okay. Queen just said something I was not expecting to hear. Holy shit! True! Oh my God. Birdie just goes, what? What? I'm worse than City? What?
Okay, let me repeat myself. So you do know you're being worse than Cindy at this point, right?
In what way?
Oh my God, here we go. Birdie can't handle it. Birdie hears the words, "You're worse than City Bear, your ex-girlfriend, and you can't handle it." Oh, here we go. Truth Nuke just got dropped.
Everything way. You're not owning up responsibility. You're just now owning up responsibility. Cindy's long since been owning up to responsibilities.
Yes.
You remember how you said, "I don't believe Cindy when she says this stuff." This is me to you. How does that feel? Now you're in the same situation that Cindy is. Do you realize? Do you sympathize with her? Do you realize this is what Cindy felt when she's trying to change? Something like that. What are you going to do at that hotel? Get an apartment? What next? What next? Are you going to get your GED?
Wait, what?
Blacked out? I don't fucking remember.
Let's go.
Did Confusing eat it?
You didn't fucking black out. No, but I got...
Okay, he didn't eat it yet.
You're going to just decorate
I'm sorry, I'm just waiting for Spencer to be on the screen.
room. You've been buying derpy plushies this entire time instead of buying food, instead of buying things. I understand you're very, very attached. You could buy the derpy plushies alongside food. I wouldn't judge you for...
How about you don't buy plushies at all when you are homeless and you don't have food? How about you do that? I'm sorry. Sorry, guys, we're going to derail for a second. My editor's about to get shot. My editor's about to get shot.
For the content.
For the content. This would be W confusing. He has a permanent position.
Hold on.
Okay, so 2 minutes.
Okay, so what do I do first? So I plank first and then put it in my mouth? Or
No. Put it in your mouth, chew it, swallow it, then get plank, and once you assume the planking position, the timer begins. After 2 minutes, once you beat the plank, you'll be allowed to drink the milk.
Shit, okay, I'm about to get shot. They don't like squat right.
Oh, they won't let me super chat. We're going to derail a little bit. Yes, it's Better Call Saul defending Dr. Doom. Come on, Confusing. Take it like a man, bitch.
Thank you for unblocking me on Twitter. I appreciate it.
Oh, man, this is going to be fucking great.
I paid to go here. I paid for this.
Why would you pay for this, Confusing? What is wrong with you? You complain you don't have money all the time.
Between you and Connor and you and the chat, okay? Oh,
Yes, it's autistic MeatCanyon. We're going to get back to the Birdie stuff. Just stick around for a second. You're about to watch my editor get fucked.
Dude, just wait for his punishment.
Holy shit.
He's going to eat that pepper. He's going to eat that pepper.
Let me fire up the timer real quick.
Yeah, open up the...
Come on, Tipster.
Okay,
No,
so
not
for 2
Tipster. Come
minutes.
on, Confusing. Eat it.
All right. We might need to get you some water and help you swallow it down a little bit.
Dude, those cargo pants are not doing Confusing any favors.
We're getting him some water, guys.
Eat the pepper, bitch. Eat the pepper, bitch.
If you're ready.
This is my editor, Confusing Opinion. Shout out to Confusing and Internet Versus. Eat the pepper, white boy. They should have gave him water. That's actually worse.
I've never seen the ones go fast.
That's actually worse.
What did I do to piss off the community?
Eat the pepper. Eat it, white boy. Eat it.
You know what? Fuck it.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Oh, he took it like a champ.
It's down the hatch.
Bro, you swallowed the stem, too.
That's really bad what he just did. No, don't drink that. Confusing, don't drink the water. He needs some milk. Is he going to be a man about it?
Also, you should have treated more, buddy. That's going to burn your chest.
Why is he on the ground?
Time to pick up.
Why are you planking?
We shoot.
I got more machines, man.
That's like the worst fucking part.
Why are you doing this?
For the content. For the content.
I
yourself
love this.
up.
No, what is this? Augie RFC has been doing a marathon stream for like the past 6 days. And they've been torturing themselves for money. And that's my editor.
Step back here, step back here, step back here.
That's my editor on the cloud. Hey, your form is terrible, Confusing.
Champion. 120.
Come on, Confusing.
Come on. Colton's in chat. The spikes. Holy shit.
I just had to set a super chat real quick.
Chat, thoughts on this form?
What's the time?
What's the time?
How much we got?
There we go.
56 seconds.
There we go. I had to do that.
He's Neo. Oh my god.
His form is terrible.
He fell? That didn't feel like a fall.
This is so bad. He looks like he's ready to bottom.
Little
Tipster,
murder,
no!
guys.
Don't do that to my editor. He's not a
Holy
gay man.
shit.
He makes women gay.
How much time? It's the time.
30 seconds.
Hold it. 30 seconds.
Look at him.
30 seconds.
He's doing so bad.
No.
Holy shit. Fuck.
This is so bad. This is so bad. This is like the worst form ever. Confusing.
You're almost through. You're almost through.
What's the time?
Don't touch your eyes, by the way.
He's
10
struggling.
seconds.
Come on, confusing.
9,
8, 7, 6,
5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
That's time. That's time.
Give me a fucking milk.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Chat. What do y'all think about that?
All right, that was worth it. That was a good break. That was a good break for the birdie stuff. That was a great break for the birdie stuff. I needed that.
For the derpy plushies.
Fuck you, confusing. Your form was terrible.
But I'm judging the fact that you're saying, oh, I want to save money while you're buying derpy plushies. What? Priorities. Where's your priorities? Instead, you're prioritizing on derpy instead
Can I
of food.
explain something?
Go ahead.
The reason I started being scared to spend money is because I impulse bought all of those things. And like I said, I'm going to work on my impulses. So that's a mistake on my part. And I am going to spend my money to get the hotel, get the apartment. I'm going to do that now because everything changed yesterday. I want you to know I'm being...
Everything changed yesterday. Everything changed. What's up, Leon? Leon, my editor just got raped on RFC.
real about that.
I can't believe you let this guy edit for you. The editor for Internet Versus. That's crazy. True. Terrible form. Just terrible form. Terrible form on Confusing Zed. Just horrible.
So, so your priority is, oh, I regret buying derpy plushies. Let me just not eat. Let me just not eat to save up money instead. Let me
You should have just let them starve themselves to death, to be honest, Queen.
just do this instead of doing all this.
What are even derpy plushies? They're like shittier looking versions of My Little Pony shit. What's up, Zeta? Sup, ChrisTheNarc? We're getting the content narc. Okay, stop.
Eat. That's how your pots are getting worse. That's how everything is getting worse. Why do you think you're feeling so shitty? Because you're not eating properly. I don't feel
I always knew your editor was not athletic. It's actually kind of pathetic. Like, look at this form. I can't get over how bad this is.
shitty because I eat properly. I don't feel...
No, Derpy is an MLP character? Okay, my mistake. I don't know anything about My Little Pony because I am a grown-ass man.
Not many people feel shitty because they're eating properly. Feeling shitty because she's not also eating properly. Now she's feeling a little bit more better, a little bit depending on the situation with stuff like that. But you are able to at least help feel a lot more better if you're full on food. You don't know how to take care of yourself. That's the thing. Instead of going to a hotel, go to inpatient care. Go to the ER. Say, I need inpatient care. That you're going to throw yourself into the wilderness for God knows what.
Yes, let them go into the wilderness. Let them die in the wilderness. Let them do it.
And try sticking on your own, and then you're just probably going to, kill yourself maybe? Even though you said you're not going
Don't shame a fish for trying to climb a tree.
to kill yourself, something like that.
Dude, Confusing has it coming. He has it coming. He needs to lose weight. Like Christ.
Or maybe go live with your aunt instead in Washington, who said she will. Why aren't you doing that instead? You told me that, oh, my aunt wants to live. I understand you don't want to, but if you're in...
Oh, wait. Okay, one more thing about my editor. Apparently, he got nut-checked on the stream.
Birthday to Spondyle. It's for you, buddy.
Yo. He nut-checked him live.
Punishment started, chat. Oh, my God.
Just...
Go live with her instead.
Holy shit, Realm's the GOAT. Realm's the GOAT. Realm's the GOAT. Realm's my other employee who makes other thumbnails.
Those kinds of things.
One day, I might hire Spondyle if he stops sexually harassing me.
Priorities. Priorities. I'm gonna drink water again. Working on that, working on that, working on that, working on that.
I am not going to fly to Augie's place to save him. It's not happening.
Yeah, I'm working on myself.
You're not working on yourself, you dumb bitch. You just recognized this yesterday.
Good. 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 That's not a bad thing.
I know.
That's good.
I want you to know I'm not being sarcastic.
You got how many editors? I have Core and Confusing that edit the VODs and like videos and stuff. I have Mishi, Cat, and Realm for thumbnails. So that's really it.
It's like my voice is pretty flat.
To be honest, I'm putting them on. To be honest, I'm considering putting them on furlough so I can start doing it myself. But don't tell Core that; he'll get mad at me.
I know you're like that. I know you're like that on a lot of things. Because I've been talking to as well, and they told me a lot of things that make sense as well. I'm gonna say something that wanted me to tell you this.
Wait, I'm sorry. Don't say anything. I'm sorry. I'm so dumb.
Don't say anything. Birdie, you have no right to do that.
I'm gonna say something that wanted me to tell you this.
Wait, I'm sorry. Don't say anything. I'm sorry. I'm so done with him, dude. Do not say anything.
Okay.
You're not gonna believe me, but he was so fucking mean to me all the time. He was literally.
Yeah, I'm gonna speculate it's the Maryland guy too. I'm gonna speculate it's the Maryland guy as well.
Emotionally abusing me, and I was mean to him back. I admit that. I did wrongs in that situation too, but I do not want to hear from him ever again.
Okay.
That is my boundary. I don't want to hear from him again.
That's my boundary. Oh my god. I don't believe anything that comes out of Birdie's mouth.
Okay. So you don't want to hear about the Vinny part. So what
Yep, okay. That was the Maryland guy.
do you hate about him, at least?
I don't know. I'd have to think about it for a while because
Big up, dudes. AIDS. I'm watching AIDS. I'm watching AIDS for 3 hours.
I ended that whole thing like.
Okay, don't turn this into an RFC stream where I have to constantly hear fucking emojis, please.
2 years ago, I think. I would have to think about it for a while because my brain is, yeah.
Okay.
That's cool, Ahsoka.
It would just, I would have to prepare for a conversation like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that would make sense. But can I at least say this one thing? I mean, then again, if you don't want to talk about it, I'm not going to force you to talk about it.
As long as it's not anything from him, it might be fine. I don't know.
Okay, and then I'll talk about the situation with the 13-year-old, 16-year-old. You say that you...
Oh, here it is.
You say... Do you still think that 13-year-old manipulated you when you were 16?
Do you still think that 13-year-old manipulated you? They're shaving Connor? Okay, I don't care about Connor. I care if Confusing's getting shaved, because he needs to shave. Confusing needs to be shaved, not Connor. Okay. Confusing needs it.
No. I like I said...
I will only put on the Augie stream if Confusing's being tortured.
I've been writing a document trying to, like,
No! No more documents! Birdie, no more documents. I don't need a document talking about how you felt like you were manipulated by a 13-year-old at the age of 16. I don't need that document.
I wrote a document taking accountability for that situation.
Okay, so at least you're growing on that.
No, they're not growing. They're making a Google document. Yeah, can write a whole Google document but can't wash dishes. Queen did not pick up on that.
What about your siblings, your grandma? I'm not saying that your parents were bad or anything like that, but what about your...
talk to them.
You still talk to them, yet you say that you've been so horribly abused by them.
I got manipulated to sending rape porn and talking about dreams of rape. Yeah, total manipulation by the 13-year-old Toastify. It's crazy.
You said that you've been...
Are they going to put a swastika on Connor's forehead when they shave it? That's kind of funny.
Abused by them, you say.
I've been tuning in and out of Augie's streams, and they've gotten pretty entertaining sometimes. When they were first doing the sleep stream and I sent the emojis of Israel-Palestine, that got a good laugh. I was happy about that.
Say that they're in a cult, you say that
they started acting nice to me after they kicked me out. And like, I've craved that validation for like, I've craved that validation for my whole life, so I can't give that up.
Okay.
I need validation from my parents. I didn't.
Oh my god, I need validation from my parents! I need validation from my parents! My parents hate me! Dude, this is literally Andy Ditch.
have it as a kid and they're giving it to me now. I couldn't cut them off. I tried, but I can't.
Your parents did nothing wrong to you that I am aware of. Your parents tried to just cut off your internet like a fucking loser.
They're being too nice. I just can't.
Their parents are being too nice, trying to reconcile with their kid. What the fuck? Yeah, my parents are being too nice. They recognize maybe some of the faults they did raising me, and they want to make things work, but they're being too nice to me, and I can't handle that. Like, what?
Okay, yes, that's fair.
That is not fair. That's fucking stupid.
Yet you shame them online for everything like that, which is fair and right, but yet you are refusing.
I'm sorry. What?
You shame them online for everything like that, which is fair and right, but yet you...
No, it's not! Their parents tried to cut off their internet. That is not necessary. They didn't need to shame them on the internet. Queen, are you an idiot?
You are refusing to cut them off.
I did cut them off at one point, but I don't even remember what happened. I know I blocked them both at one point. It might have been because I needed to see my siblings or something, but I really do need that validation from them.
Okay.
We've talked about things in depth. Me and my mom have talked about things in depth. That was last year. You weren't even, like, you didn't know me then.
No, I did not.
Things with my parents have been talked.
Yeah, you stabbed your mother with a fork. You attacked your siblings. Your parents are trying to bridge a gap that was created between you guys, and you said you can't handle it. Are you kidding me?
Talked about already.
Your parents should have cut you off and never seen you again.
If you do want to make things up truly for people, I recommend at least maybe some people want to be reached out to, some people don't, but that's all up to you, and I understand you need to heal and grow from this kind of stuff, and you need to stop making...
Queen, you're a fucking idiot if you buy into what they're saying about their parents. You're a fucking idiot.
Up excuses.
Yes.
Yes, so definitely show that those kinds of things. I'm hoping you do, and I want to see you grow for my own confirmation. I want to see you be able to do things. I want to keep in touch to know if you've changed or if you're just keeping the same. That's why I'm also sticking with you as well. I'm starting to realize my feelings over the situation. I want to stick around to see if you do change or not, but not in the same way as...
They're not. You should not be sticking around to see if they change or not, because they're never going to change.
I was before. Those kinds of things. I want you to see if you have changed, and it's also good to keep a critic around you for those kinds of things. I'm not hating you. I'm giving you reasonable criticisms. Do you think they're reasonable?
Yeah.
Do you think everything I've said was one of them?
I said a lot of them.
Oh, a lot of them. So if you think these are great criticisms, then you can keep me around. I keep my critics around me.
No, their parents weren't abusive to them. They weren't.
I haven't blocked anyone.
You need a critic around you. No, Birdie needs to be cut off by all fucking measure.
On Twitter. I have not. I've gotten very few hate, like maybe one or two comments on hate, but also everyone that genuinely, like, guess, quote unquote hated me, they were being critics, and when I changed, they started being nicer. That's called...
I've not been nicer to you, Queen. If anything, you've made me hate you more.
Growing as a person for those kinds of things. You do realize why people can't associate with you anymore because you've been a bad person and you're not changing. You say you are now. That's why I want to keep around with you, to see if you actually have changed. But I'm not going to be around with you as much as I am now. But in your head, I was never probably as close as a friend as you think I was, or as I think I was to you, because you have so many...
Birdie accused him of abuse for turning off the Wi-Fi. I know.
Closer friends on the internet
I did
for those kinds of things.
I did take you guys for granted.
Oh my God. It only took an hour and 10 minutes for Birdie to be like, I did take you guys for granted and treated you like shit. Only took an hour and 10 minutes.
Yes. I did. Yes. I know he wants to say his piece, but I don't know what he wants to say. So that's up to him. And if he wants to contact you or anything, I'll tell him to contact you if you're willing to listen to criticisms, especially how to grow as a person. You can probably even call as well, or something like that.
I did not expect the Confusing to look like it. Makes me question if Smaggle looks like a Chad despite an autistic lisp. I can tell you Smaggle does not look like a Chad. I could guarantee you.
Who knows what
I can guarantee that.
You both want to do, because I can keep ignoring you. And you can either stay or change. And I do want to be around with you to see if you have changed or if you're falling back to your same habits again. That's why I want to be... Because that's the thing. That's now I'm curious. What are you hiding in there that you think is so bad that I gotta kick you out?
I'm not hiding anything. Like, I don't have a problem with adding you back.
And then
I
you can
do
add
it,
me back.
Like after you leave, I can add you back and then like do the other stuff with the hotel.
Okay. But how are you gonna get?
You know what's like crazy is that Birdie can immediately find a hotel pretty quickly, but will take forever to find an apartment so they can live there and not pay daily and living at a hotel. Makes sense.
To a hotel.
Uber, like you've been saying.
Okay, good. That is good, at least. Good. Good. You can have fun with that. I'm going to... Do you want to talk outside? Well, Jack thinks about this, or something like that. I would love to be added back to Ryan Go to Guatemala if you show that you're not hiding anything personally.
Yeah, I can add you back, like right now, it's fine. It's just been me and my friend talking about this whole thing and also like joking about like, what were we talking about?
It's okay.
Sorry.
I don't believe them that they were joking. They were venting to their friend and calling them shitty people.
Go ahead. So why haven't you added me back? Oh, okay. I don't even know what to say. Thank you for adding me back.
Yeah, I hated that you guys were right about me, and I wanted to...
I hate that you guys were right about me.
And I didn't...
Here we go. The flagellation starts.
I was defiant against everything you guys said because I thought if they're telling me to do something, then I don't want to do it. I have to tell myself to do it. And that was all subconscious, but that came to the forefront of my mind yesterday. So I'm telling myself what I need to do, and I'm looking at things from a different perspective.
Okay, that's good at least. Especially if you added me back to the group chat.
I have to ask though, just because you're in contact with those people, do you intend on screenshotting anything? I don't believe you would, but I want to ask.
There we go. And I agree with you, Deep Sea. Birdie's only saying what Queen wants to hear so the conversation can end. They don't actually reflect on anything.
I will not expect...
Rip Connor's hair. How bad is it? How bad is it? How bad? How bad? Oh, no.
Oh, you have to turn it up.
Oh, no. Now he really does look like Jeffrey Dahmer. That's terrifying. He does look like Jeffrey Dahmer now. Oh, my God.
Connor has cancer. Dude, true.
He really does look like he's going to be a serial killer one day. Wow. The Daniel Larson cut. Not the funky town in the background. That's like the gay Jeffrey Dahmer.
Especially, but if you do change...
Emote question. What? Hey, baby, I mutilate cats and... That's Connor. It's like so rough.
It's not because I'm worried about things getting out. It's just that goes against my self-improvement. If people are going to be like bashing me for things, that's going to make it harder. And I really am trying, which I'm saying that because I don't want to be held back from trying to get better. Like, I've been holding myself back this whole time.
I will say that, and I will give you one more chance. People will be angry at me. I will say it on Twitter. I'll be like, I'm not going to send any screenshots because Jack says you want to get...
This is a total lie. I'm not going to send any screenshots. Proceeds to all send screenshots of everything because Jack continuously lies and treats them like shit.
It's better.
Okay.
But...
Jack should not... Bro, stop.
You do...
Leak everything.
...slip and you make a mistake, I might start doing things again.
Because... Yes! Yes!
Okay, just... Communicate with me about my mistakes, and this time I will listen. And if I don't, then it's up to me to tell myself, you need to listen. You can't wait for someone else to tell you that.
Okay.
I have a question though. Why are you posting about it on Twitter?
Because you've been doing all these things, and you've been keeping it hidden from the public. Like with the Squirt situation, how you lied about things, and so it came out with Cynthia's whole thing, and Cynthia posted a video, now a whole hate mob came up against you and stuff like that. You gotta realize that sometimes, since you are an internet person, you gotta share some things to the internet, otherwise people are gonna speculate about things to you. And people were expecting you to change, and now they're starting to point out inconsistencies, and then when I realized that, I'm like, hey, here's some evidence that he hasn't changed. Of course I'm going to do that. I expect you to do the same if we have the reverse here.
You weren't here for this timeline in my life, but I did genuinely start improving around 2021. I was making massive strides, and I was doing really good. And
no, you were not. You were not doing massive strides in 2021. What are you lying? Why are you lying? Why are you lying? You weren't. You've done the same shit you've been doing for years. 2021, literally, testify. 2021 is when they were in DICE. Like, it's just a straight lie.
And then somewhere down the line, I fell back into a pit, and I don't know what happened. And
you went into DICE, and you got kids to cut themselves.
I don't remember when it was. Like, I still have to figure that out, where things went wrong, but I fell back into the pit, and I have to get out, because I did it before. I can do it again. I have to make it long term. Yeah. But I have changed before, but I fall back into old habits.
2021 is when he was dating the minor, the 13-year-old too. It's great.
I have to stop doing that. I want you to know I've been good before.
Okay.
I didn't lie about this.
I've been good before.
The fact that I changed is I didn't realize that I fell back into that pit after I was saying that. Because like you said, no self-awareness. I didn't realize how bad it was.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. We talked about it at the beginning.
So then you should understand why some people, like the internet, do deserve to know who you are, especially when you've been posting about a lot of things for that kind of stuff.
With my comeback video, I was honest.
Yes, make the comeback video. Yes, make the comeback video.
About it, I laid everything out that I thought was okay in my mind, and I'm doing.
Oh, the I'm back video is what they're talking about. The comeback video that Birdie made was complete garbage, and all of you fucking idiots ate it up.
The same this time, except I'm elaborating on the Draghi situation, because although they are like obsessed with internet drama and sadistic, they were still a kid during that time.
And they're still a kid now.
Yes.
So
and that's what I'm. Yeah. In the doc, I'm making more points because
I do not want Birdie to make a document. I don't want to read the Birdie document. I don't want to watch a Birdie comeback video. As much as I would love to do it, get easy money, I don't want to.
I'm thinking more deeply about the situation because, like, the last time I revisited it was when I made that video, and that was a different time.
Then do you want to share that doc to me? I will not share it to the world. I promise you that.
Then we called this shit out. He's the whole reason City got exposed, and then Birdie Lamau. Well, no. Birdie's always been shitty for years. But, like, Deadwing Dork was probably the first one to cover the Cindy Bear Birdie drama.
That's fair. I can.
Do you want it?
I mean, I would gladly give you some pointers, maybe even will too, to piss at you right now for all those kinds of stuff. So it's understandable why she did that.
Smaggle's trying to opt me right now. Fucking Smaggle's trying to opt me. Smaggle's like, Chris, you should totally live stream the Andy Pants video game. Okay, Smaggle, fuck you.
So I'm pretty sure would love to ask this question. What do you think of right now?
I don't know. Like, I'm not mad at her anymore.
Not mad? Do you blame her actions?
No.
Okay.
I'm not saying he made fun of the I'm back video. Cindy came to him to defend it. Ooh, got it.
Cool.
I've done the same thing before.
Okay, good to know. But guess would probably love to give you pointers. I'll say on the internet, I did confront you. I did say everything. Jack says he's going to improve. I'm going to believe his words right now. So
you're an idiot to believe it.
I'm going to back off. No more Jack things. I know you guys will hate me for this kind of stuff, but I'm going to give myself a chance. And then I will, if you even try slipping, that's when I'll start not blasting you, but I will be like, hey, he's not changing right now. He's slipping again. I will point it out to you first. If you don't try changing it first. Yeah, I will point it to you first. But if you deny it, I'm going to, one denial, that's it.
Okay.
And then if you say the same excuses again, that's basically it. You've shown that you've slipped up, and then you say you're trying to make change, and then you slip, and then you try to make change,
Yeah, everybody in this drama is retarded.
And then at this point, you just need to go into inpatient care. No more online, no more connecting with Al. I've heard horrible things about Al. The fact that you're glorifying self-harm on even your 18-plus server, on your 18-plus account is morbidly disgusting.
Yes!
I think you should start healing on your self-harming. That is not fun, that is not sexual, that is nothing.
Done it in, like,
I know, I'm talking about, like, still, on your art.
I stopped drawing it too. Like, I stopped self-harming and I stopped drawing it at the same time.
Oh, I'm very happy that Birdie stopped now with all the self-harm stuff.
And I actually did cut off Al for a really long time period because I realized they were enabling me and we had a conversation about it.
Okay, that's good, at least. Is Al...
They were enabling me.
Yeah.
That is true. But we talked about it.
Why does that sound like an excuse? Why does it sound like, well, Al was enabling me, so I just kept doing it? That sounds like an excuse to me. That sounds like an excuse. That doesn't sound real. That doesn't sound real to me.
And they realized it was wrong and we moved on.
Okay. Yeah, but if you do slip up one more time
and
go back...
not take down
Queen knows the self-harm is sexual.
the art. I didn't think to do that because I got back into that headspace where I cannot run a public account. And I will not come back until I know that I'm ready.
I don't think you'll ever be ready if you're able to slip up more than once, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At this point, I think you should focus on getting your GED. Try also, once you finish your GED, maybe work at like a Walmart or something like that. Focus on getting a car or something. Focus on a tutor. Literally, you can do it. All you had to do was get a private tutor. You said it yourself. Get a private tutor, extremely private, one-on-one for math. And that's how you can follow this. There's so many tutors online you can find, stuff like that, who can help you for those kinds of stuff. You can do it. Contact your aunt back in Washington. Say that you are trying to change. Please let...
I will tell her. I was going to message her earlier today, but then I did a different task and I forgot.
Okay.
I did a different task. I forgot. You know, I need a place to live, but I just forgot. Yeah, it just keeps going. Essentially, it's just them, like, organizing the last of it. I don't think there's really anything left to the call. I think it's done. I think it's done. Now, I wish to kind of give you guys an update, okay? Just a peek, all right? I'm going to get yelled at for this, but you guys deserved it for sitting through this with me. I'm going to give you guys... I'm going to get yelled at for this, but I feel like I should reward you. I feel like I should reward the chat. Just very briefly, okay? I just don't want to show anything link-wise. Let me see here. You guys are getting a treat, okay? Let me see if I can find it.
Interesting.
I'm gonna give you. Here's a treat. Here's a treat, guys, for taking this long with me. All right. For sitting through all of this, listening to me bitch about the birdie stuff for the 1,000th time in a row.
No retort to that. Interesting.
I know there's nothing I can say that will convince you that this is fucking extortion!
There's your treat. There's your treat, chat. There's your treat. There's your treat. I won't tell you what it is. I won't tell you what it is. I won't tell you what it is. But that's your treat. That's your treat for sitting through this entire live stream with me today. It might end up being a dodo sound. I have no idea what you're talking about, guys. Doodle tones. I've never heard of that person before. I've never heard of that person. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, in due time, chat. In due time. I want to say thank you to everybody that came out today. Thank you for all your generous donations. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate every single one of you that came by today, that donated, that watched through and through. I'm going to send you over to Beckett because, funny enough, he's going over the Cloak and Dagger stuff involving the SEC. And it does pertain to Doodle Tones, which is totally not what I just totally didn't give you guys a preview into. So thank you all for watching. Go watch Beckett. I'm going to send you over to him now.